So, we're back with Lord of Lost Heart, but first you need to spend your experience points.
Alright.
Can I have actually learned any of the languages I'm trying to learn yet?
Which languages would
I
that
believe
be?
Chilean was one of them, and I think who doesn't somebody have Elven?
Well, Elven will take you quite a
Sean
lot.
has something about it.
Yeah, Sean I think has Elven.
No, I don't think I do.
No?
I don't think so.
Maybe Khazari?
You're classical, maybe.
Because Grave Robber has access to either Khazalit or Elvish.
Right, but I think I bailed on Grave Robber or Tomb Robber before I got those.
Okay.
And I because I didn't well, I hated the elf that we were encountered, so I didn't bother learning Elvish from him.
Why? He was such a good tap.
And I haven't had the opportunity to learn Dwarvish from anybody yet.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I know, the only secondary language I have is thief language.
Well, okay. I mean, Thalian. Okay, you know what, Andy? Let's say that you know the very basics of Thalian. Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think most of my interest would be learning it to be able to say important things in a language around people that they wouldn't understand.
Well,
Yeah, like speaking to Sally, like not necessarily like, needing to speak, fluent Chilean to, address a courtesan or something. It would be more like,
pretty much just the profanities.
Yeah,
right.
no, it would be like
this guy's trying to rip us off.
yeah, it would be like Brad Pitt in Inglourious Bastards. Buongiorno.
Right.
Buongiorno. Anyone knows that scene, or is it just me? Okay.
I don't.
Well, it's all Inglourious Bastards is all kind of a blur for me, but
Yeah, where there's this scene where Brad Pitt meets, Hans Landa, and he's undercover. He's an American agent. He's undercover, and his contact, this woman who's played by I think Diane Krieger, says that he's an Italian. He's an Italian, filmmaker. And Pete says in this horrible Tennessee accent, "Buongiorno," and Landa begins to speak, fluent Italian to him.
yeah.
And the only thing that Pete can say is "Buongiorno," and it's of course much funnier, when you see it, not when you hear me speaking about it. But jokes aside, Andy, it's the very basics of Thalian. So expect to make quite few errors and mistake words, but you can communicate in this language.
Right. I mean, I'm taking it because I have the skill to burn before I change careers.
Yeah, sure.
But like that would be what my interest in it would be. So that's going to be absolutely fine.
Okay. Anyone else? Brian, are you buying anything?
I'm gonna hold on to my XP for now. I'm still messing around with Follow Trail, and I have that book on strategy and tactics I have to read still.
Okay. Jason, what about you?
I'm in the pretty similar boat as Andy as far as learning Chilean.
Okay.
And I'm also kind of long-term training two-handed from Andy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two-handed. So I don't know if either one of those I can spend now, or should I spend those points now, or
You
wait a
spend them
while?
when you buy them. Okay.
Well, we've been working on the two-handed one for a couple of sessions now. So
Oh, so Jason was also learning the language.
yeah, he was also
Chilean
learning-
and two-handed.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like Andy, you can buy the very basics of Thalian, if you wish.
So should we spend our experience points for Chilean at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, and then two-handed. Should I hold off on that? Or?
Let's hold off for it
Alright.
for now. Sean?
Well, it occurred to me in looking through my talents and looking at what the talents are for Witch Hunter that I apparently have gone this long without weapon group crossbow.
Yeah, it's a specialist weapon group comprising of things such as repeater crossbow, pistol crossbow, stuff like that.
I figure I should probably have that at this point since I've been using a crossbow for quite a while now.
You don't need this skill to use normal crossbow. You only need it for special crossbows.
Well, I've been using a repeater crossbow for a while now.
Yeah, actually you did. How long?
A while.
Quite a while. I'm trying to remember when.
Because
I think
if you
I think
did and you don't have the skill, you test on half of the ballistic skill.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry, that was my bad. So I'll take it right now.
Yeah,
because
of course.
I just
kinda
realized that I didn't have it.
I kind of remember this conversation, so I don't know
Okay.
if you ended up.
Oh no, I do
doing
have it.
but not.
I do have it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's weird. I didn't circle it on my.
You
I have
were
it written down in several places. I do
yeah,
have it
I think you were
already.
using it against the troll on the marshes, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. No, I see it now.
Yeah.
It's up
Yeah.
here. It's in my chicken scratch. I see it now.
Okay.
All right. And did we ride here on horses?
No.
Hmm.
You've walked here.
Hmm.
Like
Who has ride that can teach me how to ride a horse?
well, first you need a horse for someone to teach you how to ride it.
All right. Oh. All right. Well then.
I gotta buy a horse too before I can go to the next career, and some expensive armor.
Yeah, I'm in that boat.
Well,
In other words, I think we might have to be robbing the stagecoach.
Mm-hmm.
it's Rabin time.
Well,
We just need to do this while we change our careers. We'll leave all your stuff at the next intersection.
would I be able to? Because apparently I bought throwing knives, but I don't think I've used them yet. Can I start practicing throwing
Of course.
knives? All right. So I'll put that specialist weapon throwing on my thing then.
Okay. I mean, don't buy it yet.
Oh, okay, don't buy it
because
yet.
you're only
Okay.
just learning it. Once you
Okay.
learn it, you can buy this.
Alright.
Let me put it that way. If you're going to learn, to throw for like a week solid, for
Okay.
like an hour or two every day, you can buy
Okay.
the basics.
All right. So I'll just make a note that I'm starting to learn throwing
Okay. Awesome.
weapon and blah, 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 blah.
Is that a specialist weapon group then?
Yes, it is.
Specialist weapon throwing. It comprises of knives, stars, and axes.
Javelins, I think. Or do they not?
I don't think so. I don't think that
Alright.
javelins are actually there.
It looks like not quite maxed out in weapon skill. Oh, I took +5 weapon skill last time.
Awesome.
Or actually, I should say 2 times ago.
By the way,
Sorry,
who's
I'm-
taking notes?
Yeah. Oh, I think is it Jason? Are you doing it again, or is it me now?
Yeah. I got one more period.
Okay. Remind me, Sean, take it easy, see what you can buy. Meanwhile, remind me, where have we last ended our session? You were in the village of Hohlesbruck, after, if I recall correctly, agreeing to follow one Aloysius Pfeifeldorf. He's a rich merchant who also owns the mill in the village, and he actually invited you to a party. The village is very small. You can see it on the map. You've came from the north. You've traveled past the shrine of Shalia, over the Hohlesbruck bridge, and you are staying in the Heartless Man Inn. Am I right?
Correct. Sean and I went to the medicine woman for treatment. And I think that was, and then we returned. I think that was about it, though.
Yeah, I know Lucas went and took a bath, if I remember, and all that stuff.
You've actually traveled to Elise's hovel?
Me?
No. Sean?
Yes.
Yes, we did. Yes, Vincent and Leopold did. Yes, for sure.
Okay.
That's when and she was saying that she couldn't help my broken pelvis,
Oh, okay, yeah.
but she did help you, didn't she? Didn't she do some healing on you?
I thought she failed.
Oh, maybe.
I think she failed,
Well,
unfortunately.
yeah, rolls are merciless. Well, you can always try next day, because
Yeah.
each character can only be healed like once per day. Very well. In that case, where are you guys meeting for a rendezvous?
I think we all met at the inn.
The Heartless Man.
Yeah.
Let me
I
remind you
think
that
that's where we ended.
yeah, the Heartless Man is run by one Hans Todden and his wife Flora, a pair of very nice people. It also shows a sign of a man with a clean circular hole through his chest, allowing a clear view of the scenery behind him. The smells coming from inside are pleasant, the place is relatively clean, and the people are, it's a shock for you, even friendly. So, you all meet in your room. You have a single room for 4 people. By the way, for how many nights did you bought your stay?
Sally, didn't we do weren't we doing like one night at a time? Still.
I thought so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds right.
I vaguely remember just saying that we were playing it by ear because honestly I forget what we're doing here. We helped this guy get here, right?
Yeah.
There's
And
a
then-
wedding party. Yeah.
Oh, he wanted us to come to the party. Yeah, so I think our intent was that we were just here for the night and the party, and then we were going to be gone the next day.
Okay.
I thought that's what, right? I mean, am I wrong?
I think that's what the plan was. I mean,
The story.
honestly, we all know that that's not what's going to happen. But
Well, maybe. Or maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, you are all staying in your room. You still have less than an hour before the party begins. It's already quite dark. Any conversation before we'll skip to the party?
Vincent is still very injured, and so he's probably going to lay down.
Okay. Yeah, Vincent was punched by a vampire
Yeah.
in the chest.
Oh, and I spent 100 on an extra wound, so I now have a total of 17.
Awesome. That's a hefty number, actually. Okay. Sally, you're doing anything or just waiting for the food?
I'm waiting for the food. I'm out of character. I'm a little under the weather today. So my brain is just moving slow. So my role play is probably not going to be the best today.
Yeah, no worries. I'm also on my meds, so
Yeah.
Seems like every time we're playing now, I'm sick. That's actually pretty funny.
You ask me what does Sally do? I'm like, I just sit here. But I'm like, no, that's what I want to do, not what Sally does.
Yeah. Okay.
Forget that. So they don't have a Temple of Sigmar in this town, do they? Just the Shrine of Shalia.
Yes, only the Shrine of Shalia. Unfortunately, no Sigmarites. Well, they probably have, individual shrines in houses. Maybe the people who own the village, who oversee the village, Verlorens, maybe they have their private shrine inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I wanted to ask if Vincent is going to the party or is he staying in bed?
I think in his state, I think he will be in bed.
Remember
he's still
that
very.
You can eat pretty well at such party, and your organism actually, requires some good food and not only dry stuff that you normally eat on the road.
He'll probably go for the food and then.
Plus, remember, on how many XP are you? HP are you currently?
3.
So you're not.
3 left.
you can walk pretty normally. Below 3, if I recall correctly, it's when you are actually pretty mangled. When you have 3 or more, you are considered to be lightly wounded.
Oh, so I'm lightly wounded?
Yeah, I mean it's funny because you only have 3 out of, I don't know, 20, but all your wounds are flesh wounds. You have bruises, you have scratches, but you're not like, oh, I'm going to die in a second.
Okay. I thought I was heavily wounded.
Yeah, because I don't remember if it's 3 or 4. But I mean, even if you have 3, it's like you can
I'm
walk
stumbling
normally. You can act normally. It's no big deal.
Okay.
Okay.
But, alright, yeah, so I'll probably attend to eat, then turn in early would be plan, I would think.
Yeah. And Leopold, I presume, is also going.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Free food, I'm there.
Yeah,
free
free food,
drinks.
free drinks. Yeah. And Lucas. Lucas.
Sorry,
No worries.
muted. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna, do the normal kind of thing.
Okay.
The party's that night, right?
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna rest. I mean, like I said, I already went and took a bath and all that kind of stuff. So, however long that takes, and then come back and probably it's a wedding, so I'm going to be expecting free food. So I don't know that I would go downstairs and eat.
Yeah.
And pay for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not indoors; it's outdoors actually. It's in the area between Pfeifeldorf house and the Hohlesbruck mill on the field. It's a party under the open sky.
Oh, okay. Oh, so in these fields back. Okay, got it.
Yeah, because
behind there.
probably it's the entire village will be there. So you might come to know people. Oh, Sally, also, when you look outside the window, you can suddenly see Gennaro is like, emerging from. He just shows his face and he's like, wink, and he disappears.
I kind of squint.
Yeah. Well, just so you know that your friend is always there for you. In a creepy sort of way. Anyway.
Beginning to question whether or not this is real now.
It's real. I mean, why wouldn't it be?
Because nobody else seems to ever see it.
Well, maybe they're just mad.
Like something's going on.
We're the crazy ones.
Yeah, maybe it's a conspiracy. I mean, they never liked Gennaro that much anyway, so maybe they just ignore him on purpose. Anyway, as the alarm clock sounded, which we all heard that, the feast is actually beginning. You're making your way to the field between the Hohlesbruck mill and the Pfeifeldorf manor, which I would like to remind you is looking very out of place in a village like this, because it's a house built in a style reminiscent of the large empire cities, and the other houses in this place are more like huts covered in straw. They are very simple, very primitive. And this is a townhouse in the middle of a small village. It looks quite ludicrous. But as you approach the field, you can hear many people speaking to each other. There are a few, minstrels playing nice soft tunes. You can smell the food and the drink, and it smells incredible. Seriously, like freshly roasted meats, delicious ale, baked bread. Even though it's late, freshly baked bread. Your mouths are beginning to water.
Leopold's gonna try to stuff a couple of extra loaves of bread, like in his shirt or in his pants or something. Take sort of like the putting cookies in your purse at the buffet.
Yeah.
At the buffet
Okay.
table.
You will roll for that in a minute.
Okay.
So anyway, you just mingle with the locals, and people are, they are actually very cheerful, very happy. You can see among the villagers there are a couple of people who are obviously rather standing out. You can see that there's a tall man dressed very, very stylishly, but also having this sort of sad face. He's got a short beard, his eyes are tired. He keeps himself like a noble. He seems like a solemn, quiet man. He sips from a glass, only half full of wine. But then there's also a very young, dashing, who looks like a pistolier, if your service in the army of Talaheim taught you anything. A very young and dashing man with 2 pistols at his side, and he is very jovial and hospitable. You see that he is walking, among people, shaking the hands of even common villagers who are congratulating him on something, and he's saying, thank you very much. Blessings of Sigmar be upon you. Thank you. You see that among the people there is also apparently a doctor of some kind, because he has a doctor's bag in one hand, and in his other hand he holds a small glass, also full of wine. People are, well, it's clear that he's a stranger, because people are, they are friendly towards him, but he kind of stands apart. And as you walk, you suddenly hear, "Ooh, merci beaucoup. Hello there," from behind you.
Lucas
turn
just keeps
around.
eating.
Leopold turns
Slowly.
around with his mouth full. Huh?
What? Behind you, you see a man. Let me just find him. Oh yeah, you see a man. It's hard to tell, as with many people in the old world, how old he is. That said, he is a very well dressed man. He's got good quality clothing on him, a rain cloak, and interestingly enough, a tricorn hat. His facial hair is very, very fashionable and very well taken care of. And his eyes are full of life, and they dart from side to side. Hello there. I am Dionys Ribot. Nice to meet fellow strangers in a strange land, eh? He says. And, he extends his hand to shake yours.
Leopold just kind of looks at his hand.
Well, in that case, he, of course, quickly retracts it. Anyway, excuse me, I don't want to be impertinent, but I see that you are also strangers like me in this place. We?
Maybe.
Oh, you won't fool me, little man. With big heart, obviously, and even bigger courage. I've been in this village for quite some time. We. And unfortunately, I've been treated as a stranger that I am. These people are only hospitable on the surface, he whispers. And approaches you with 2 glasses full of booze that he snagged from one of the waiters, because there are tables filled with food and drink, but there are also waiters, like servants walking with trays full of refreshments, and he daftly snatched a couple of glasses and he handed one to you, Sally, one to you, Leopold, since you were the only ones from the group who spoke to him. And he looks at the other he looks at the people around him. Yes, I know quite a lot about these people here, eh?
Huh.
Ah.
Well,
I drink my ale. I just chug it.
It's a wine. It's a light wine actually.
Okay,
Karl Franz's health.
Oui, Karl Franz,
Karl Franz.
the greatest emperor to have ever lived, except Sigmar, of course. Oui.
I set the empty glass on like a tray as a waiter's walking by or something.
Oh, he keeps on walking without, even
Raising
a brow. Yeah. For example, look at Herr Loren over there, and he points at the man that I mentioned earlier, the older aristocratic man. He hates the proceedings, but he's hiding it very well.
What did he just? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
What?
He's saying that he hates the proceedings. It sounds like because this guy is the actual noble, and maybe he doesn't like this uppity merchant. Getting ideas about him is important.
Oh no, Monsieur, it's not because of that. You see young Ricard there, and he points at the pistolier. Ricard Talberg. He's marrying Alexa for Aloysius' money, but you see, Esther Verloren, she was once betrothed of Ricard. But he rejected her hand after apparently she got sick, and her pretty face is not so pretty anymore. Yeah.
Wait, is this the bride you're talking about, or is this somebody else?
What?
That's not the bride you're talking about.
No,
right?
no, bride.
He's talking about the previous
Betrothed.
girlfriend of the groom.
Yes.
Was the daughter of the guy of the actual noble in the village here.
Yes,
Yeah.
you see, the Ricard, of course, young Ricard is a nobleman, but he is a nobleman with a lot of financial problems. So he is buying into Pfeiffeldorf for their money, because they have a lot more money than Fedlorens. Oui, oui. Meanwhile, Aloysius, and he points out your benefactor, is marrying off his daughter in order to buy his way into the aristocracy. That way he will be, as they say, legit. Legit noble. Don't you find it funny, he says with a rather nasty smirk on his face, this hypocrisy of all the fine and virtuous speeches, but underneath there's only greed, only moral rot, one might say.
Well, that's the way of the world. That's not just this village.
Oh, yes. Well, maybe some of them are even so deluded as to believe their own lies. Well, anyway, tell me something more about yourselves. Who are you? I've introduced myself. Who I might be speaking to, actually?
What was his name?
Dionys Ribot. I'm going to write it.
Okay.
We're just passing through on our way to Altdorf.
Ooh, Altdorf. Beautiful city. One of the wonders of the old world.
That's what they keep saying.
Never been before. I'm from Wissenland.
Could we from that name, could we have an idea about where he's from? Since he said he was a stranger.
We assume he's Bretonnian
Yeah, you can tell
because of his outrageous accent.
pretty easily that he's a Bretonian, and I'm very bad.
Merci.
I'm very bad at French accents, so I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What are you doing in the Empire?
It's like you make up for it with your Stallone and Schwarzenegger.
What are you talking about? Anyway.
I'm actually looking around for an unopened bottle of wine. I want my own bottle.
All right.
I'm gonna let loose.
Yeah, you can also see that. You can also see a young Ricard's bride-to-be, wife-to-be. She's a very pretty blonde girl with slightly pale complexion, and full bosom. She looks nice, but she also looks, if you know what I mean, pretty simple. She's all looks, not much brain. But she, she of course she's smiling towards everyone. She seems to be a bit tired, but then again, despite being relatively cold outside, the huge amount of people and all the huge torches burning around you, they do generate quite a lot of heat, and even you begin to sweat under your clothes. Sally, yeah, you grab a full bottle of wine, no problem.
Sir Rybalt, what brings you from the land of Bretonia to this small town in the Empire?
Oh, you see, I've actually left Bretonia because I found it too restricting, and I actually love the Empire because it is a land of opportunity. Yes. What's that saying? That the Reichsmarschall of your great country is so fond of? That even a simple man might be carries a Reichsmarschall scepter in his backpack or something like that? Yeah.
Very egalitarian here in the Empire.
Yes. Gali what? You are.
I don't know. I don't even know what that word means.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It is a land of the just, the free, and the strong.
Yes, it's all given to us by the Emperor.
Oh yes.
Karl Franz.
Karl Franz.
So, are you traveling, or is this your final destination?
No, I will actually be leaving soon. I have places to be, people to meet, things like that. Yes, we. I saw them. The figures in the shadows. You can suddenly hear someone speaking loudly from nearby.
Gennaro?
No,
No, it would be like that.
Okay, sorry.
No, this voice sounds like it belongs to someone who is, let's not sugarcoat it, simple. And as you look around, you see a villager, a young boy. Young man actually. He's in his late teens. It's clear that he's someone who is usually called in such places village idiot. He tries to approach various people, villagers mostly. He keeps away from the nobility and from the Pfeifeldorf, and he says, I saw the shadowy figures dancing around the Pfeifeldorf residence. Why don't you believe me? And they saying, Eckhart, leave it alone, man. Go home. Look at him. The young Eckhart already had too much to drink. Stuff like that.
I raise my bottle to him and nod.
Leopold looks over to where young Eckhart is and tries to make his way over to him.
Yeah, you see that Eckhart is not drunk. He's actually very upset. You approach the young man. His hair is dirty. His clothes are, also dirty. He's well fed, but it's obvious that he lives a tough life, so to speak. When no one wants to speak with him and he sees you approaching him, he tells you, "Oh, sir, the shadowy figures, the figures in the shadow."
Where did you see these, young man?
They were dancing. They were, yes. Oh.
Take me to where you saw them. This sounds like evil afoot.
And
knowing Leopold's fervor for hunting down would-be witches, I'm kind of keeping an eye on where they go.
Essentially, as as Eckhart is pestering you about this, and he's speaking about the figures in the shadows, so stuff like that. Well, this does attract attention, and sadly you can see Aloysius, telling a couple of his servants something quietly. They approach the young man. All right, Eckhart, enough of that. go to Elizy, leave us alone. And they take the young man under the arms, not forcefully but firmly, and they simply just escort him from the premises. And they saying to Leopold, "Sorry, sir, sorry for the inconvenience."
No, hold on now. I want him to show me where he saw them. This is very
Yes, have a good party, sir. Thank you. And essentially, they don't care. They take him away from the field. Aloysius, you can see Sally and Lucas. You can see that Aloysius is, he's furious. He's outraged at this.
I'm just eating food.
Yeah. So yeah, Leopold, you see that the kid just disappears from your sight.
But it sounds like he maybe lives near or with the witch.
You mean the old lady?
Yes.
Yes.
The witch in parentheses.
Yes.
We've determined is not a witch.
Anyway, the party continues for quite some time. You've all eaten your share and drank your share, and eventually you can hear Ricard shouting, "Friends, friends, please! A moment of your notice!" And he, takes a big glass and a small metal spoon, and he strikes the glass with a spoon, like ding, 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 ding. "I want to make a speech. A speech for my beloved Alexa," and he, points to his betrothed, who probably should be red on her cheeks after hearing something like this, but you can see that she is quite pale and looking very tired. But she is smiling. And essentially Ricard, starts a speech expressing all sorts of fine sentiments towards Alexa, her family, and the village. It continues for like 2, 3, 4 minutes. People, of course, are, lapping on every word that he's saying because he's young, dashing, handsome, he's well built, he's got 2 pistols at his side, he's dressed like in this mix of a nobleman's garb and the military clothing. So he looks very dashing. But suddenly you see that Alexa faints. She falls to the ground. And people, of course, like, "Ooh!" Naturally, Ricard and Aloysius rush to her side, and you see that the doctor is also approaching her. "I'm a doctor, I will help her," he says. "Quick, we must take her to the house. I will administer the required medical assistance." And Ricard, takes her future wife into his strong arms, which bulge under his tight shirt or something. Yes. Now I'm reading a Harlequin, apparently.
Yeah, it's
With
like
the
Carl
top
Weathers
buttons
and
undone. With the chest hair sticking out.
Yes, the buttons on his shirt explode and his chest hair just, begin to grow. No, just kidding, of course. They take the girl to the house. People are naturally, whispering between themselves. Some are saying that the stress was too much. Others are saying that she drank too much. But then again, she apparently didn't drink even a single drop. There are some voices that she's pregnant. Naturally, Ribot once again emerged at your side, and actually not by your side. He suddenly turns out he's behind you because you can hear his silken Bretonian voice when none of you knew that he was there.
I would say Leopold pats to make sure all his stuff is on him.
Yeah. "What have I been saying? Death of my life, they are all the same. All pretenses most happy on the outside, when underneath something it is rotten." If
You know what's wrong with her?
If you look at him, he just grins enigmatically, he excuses himself, and leaves. And by the way, Alexa's fainting seems to be the signal that the party is. The party is over. Ha ha ha. Yeah,
Leopold's gonna try to snag some loaves of bread
no
on
problem.
his way out.
You don't even need to roll.
Alright, sweet.
Yeah.
Grab another bottle.
Besides, you're not the only one. People are, just helping themselves to free food and taking it with them.
Yeah.
Some of the valets are thinking about stopping them or, reminding them that it's rude, but they don't even care.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some food, a bottle of whatever's close.
We're just grabbing booze.
Yeah, I'm going to grab a table and,
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Lucas, give me a hand with this. I'm standing on one end of the table.
Okay, those of you who want, you can take a single bottle of alcohol, of wine.
Just
can-
one.
Yes, just one, because other people are also taking it. And you can add
Well, I'm still drinking the first one though, so I'll take one for later then.
Yeah. By this time you've probably drank it all, It wasn't like a huge bottle and it wasn't that strong a wine. Anyway, you can all add a single bottle of alcohol to your character sheets, if you wish. And what now? Are you going back to your house? Well, to your lodgings.
Yeah, Vincent's going back because he's gotten his food. He has some extra food, and he just wants to rest now.
I'll be right back.
Okay, no worries, no worries. I'm
I'm opening my second bottle of wine.
okay. Give me half a minute. It's not a break. I just need to grab my tea. Okay, I'll be in a few seconds.
Yeah, I'll grab a drink too. I'll be back in a second.
Hey, Vincent, are you there?
Yeah.
You want to go with me to, I guess, check on the bride? And also, I was going to give him a wedding gift, but that'd be a good excuse to see what's going on, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to work my way over there until she, fainted or whatever, but...
Yeah. I could do that. You could tell Vincent's pretty exhausted, but he's imagining that won't take too much time. He could go with you.
Well, I said Vincent because, I'm going to give him a pretty big wedding gift. So, I want, somebody in armor there to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just basically making a show, entirely.
Sure.
Okay, I'm back. You've missed me? Oh, not really.
I am also back. Sean, I think, went to grab something.
Okay, so we'll wait for him.
I think.
Cool.
Alright, I'm back, sorry.
Oh, Sean is here. Awesome.
Yep. I don't know if everybody's back or not.
Didn't
Yes, they're all vampires.
Andy
We
go
must,
do
we must
something?
purge them all.
Yeah, start lighting
Obvious.
the torches.
Yep. Start burning the houses down.
Where did the groom take the bride?
To Pfeifeldorf house.
Okay.
I want to go down there. I was going to give him a wedding gift, and I'm a little tipsy and nosy anyway, so it's a good excuse to...
I think the groom might already be doing that.
Okay, so you are approaching Pfeifeldorf house.
Yeah.
And you wanted to ask Vincent to go with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so Vincent is walking with you. The rest of you...
Vincent looks to the inn where the bed is, and then kind of looks down to Sally, then just kind of starts following Sally.
Okay. Cool. So you're approaching the house. Lucas and Leopold, what about you guys?
Lucas doesn't care. He's going back to the hotel.
To sleep, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, unless it's clear that somebody needs him, He just wants to go. He don't want to be here.
Okay.
Yeah. So. And
Leopold is interested in snooping around the house for these shadowy figures that the crazy guy was talking about.
What do you mean by snooping?
Well, I mean, he said there were shadowy figures dancing around the house. He wants to go investigate around the house, so he'll go with Sally. And
okay. So while Sally and Vincent are knocking at the door, you're probably just walking around the house.
Exactly.
Okay. You
I
spot.
put the cork back in the bottle so it doesn't look like I'm just walking around town swigging wine.
Yeah,
They have
I remember that I'm
policy.
holding one of their bottles, and I'm like, and put it inside my cloak. Or
Okay. Leopold, you've spotted absolutely nothing.
Okay.
You guys knock at the door. A servant opens, and he looks displeased. Yes.
Yes, I wanted to inquire on the health of dear Alexa.
Miss Fowlerbrand is not feeling very well, sir. Please come back tomorrow, and or maybe not at all.
Well, we might be
you
leaving
just say
town
maybe not at all.
Yeah.
early in the morning, and it is custom in my country to bring a wedding gift. So I'd like to leave that with you.
Very
And
well.
I
I'll make sure to pass it to her.
I take out 11 gold.
Oh,
Whoa.
here's a bottle of your own wine.
Which I've half drunk.
Yeah, I wish
forced it.
I wish Lucas had gone with him then, because he'd high five the guy after he said or not at all.
When I hand him the gold, I have my fingers crossed.
All right. He takes the gold. He looks at you. He looks at the gold. He looks back at you. Back at the gold. I'll make sure that this gift reaches young lady Fowlerbrand, sir. Thank you very much, and have a good night. And he closed the door in your
Before
face.
he closes it,
Yes?
I'm gonna put my hand, stop the door, and be like, "We'll
Uh,
make sure
wait a
tomorrow that she receives it. That she received it."
Wait a second. I need to see this. He stopped the door just in time before it slammed on your fingers. Yes, of course. I'm pretty sure you will, sir. Good night. And he closes the fucking door in your face. But Sally, one last thing happened before he closed the door. You saw that in the hallway, sitting on a chair, is Gennaro. And he looks at you with grave look.
I was like laughing when Vincent said that, but when I see Gennaro, I go serious.
Yeah, because it's the first time that you saw your friend after that whole business on the island in the marsh. When he's serious, every single time before he appeared to you, he was jolly, happy, optimistic. But now you saw that his face was. It was sad. It was grim. But you saw it only for a split second before the door closed.
I'm going to kind of look down at Sally, noticing him go from giggling to serious, and kind of inquire, "What is it, Sally?"
It's Gennaro.
"What about Gennaro?"
I keep seeing him, and he keeps leaving.
I'm gonna kind of just nod and.
Are you looking
back
at
to the
Leopold?
Oh, is Leopold with him finally now?
Yeah, I mean, you've made a round around the house. You didn't saw any shadowy figures, so I presume that you've joined the guys at the door.
Start doing the international crazy symbol, with the.
Yeah.
Have you seen
around
him?
your ear.
No, Sally. I haven't seen Gennaro since the swamp.
Huh.
Oh.
I'm
I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to nod and uncork my bottle of wine again.
I'm gonna do the salute to Moore when I say what I said about Gennaro.
I take a big swig of wine.
Okay.
Let's head back. And I kind of, with my hand, kind of usher Sally to go ahead of me.
Okay. As you were, leaving the place, you suddenly heard the door behind you opening, the door to the Pfeifeldorf residence, and you see that the doctor is exiting the premises. He looks at you, he nods his head, evening, and then he
How
walks.
is she, Doctor?
She's just a little weak, mine heir. With my help, fortunately, she will soon recover. It's, this whole business with the wedding, it's just too much for her, poor frail thing. But I would take good care of her. Now, excuse me, I need to speak with Lord Verloren. I'll probably see you around. Have a good evening. And he
I tip my hat.
walks towards the Verloren Manor that is, which is on the hill. You can see it on the map.
So this was all happening at the Hildebrand house?
Yeah.
We were
Okay.
all behind it, and then for some reason I thought the French guy was a doctor, but that's
No,
not the
no.
case.
Yeah, so did I. I was about to make a joke about his accent changing.
No. Sorry. Everyone except Andy, who is now in bed and he is sleeping, makes a perception check.
Alrighty. Find it.
Nope. Oh, cool. And Sean? No. The number.
I see it. Haha.
Haha. Yeah, no, unfortunately you failed. Brian, you saw that when you were walking to the Heartless Man, you saw that at the intersection, you saw that a shadow detached itself from the smithy, and it begins to, as funny as that sounds, shadow, it begins to shadow the doctor.
So it's like presumably a person. This isn't like a
No,
supernatural.
you know who it is. It's Ribot.
Oh, okay.
But only Sally sees.
I'm gonna kind of nod to Leopold and like nod in that direction just to see if anybody else saw it.
Well, when he nods, of course, then you see it.
Okay. And it's a shadowy figure, or is it a literal shadow?
No,
that
I
we
mean
see?
it's dark, it's night.
Okay.
The man is dressed in black, and there.
Presumably the Bretonian, right?
Well, it is the Bretonian. I mean, Sally, you can see it you can see it better than the rest because you have night vision. You can see his, characteristical tricorn hat.
Okay.
And we all recognize that?
Yeah, the rest of the two of you recognize him as well when Sally nudged you towards the right direction. It's obvious that Ribot is shadowing the doctor. He's not just walking behind him, he's shadowing him.
Okay.
Can I shadow him?
You can try.
I say to Sally, it looks like he's one of the club.
I tell Leopold and Vincent quietly to hang back. Like,
Alright.
keep some distance between me and them.
Okay.
Okay.
You have shadowing?
Shadowing?
Yeah.
I don't believe so. I have silent move.
No, it's shadowing. If you don't have it, then you test half of your agility towards his versus his perception.
Oh, you don't have shadowing? Because I actually do.
Okay, then maybe you should go.
I also have full mail on. Though,
You've
so-
already declared that, and yes, full mail and your movement.
You wore full mail to a wedding?
Well,
Come without
Alley
it, baby.
It is a sign of wealth.
Or paranoia. Well, I mean,
Well, it's
you
like
know,
it's like bringing
Leopold's nothing
pistols
if
to
not
a wedding.
paranoid. Yeah, the guy had 2 pistols. What's up with that?
and the most gorgeous bad you ever saw. Sorry.
Indeed.
Lewd.
His
Straight
jokes are
blonde
so
hair
funny.
down to his unbuttoned.
No, actually,
blouse.
his hair was brown and short, but doesn't matter.
Curls.
Yes.
does Alley Cat give me a bonus?
No, because there are no allies here.
Okay.
So, if you don't have
so I'm
shadowing,
rolling against agility. Okay,
no,
I got it.
it's half your agility versus his perception. But
Yeah.
if you fail, no, sorry, not if you fail, because we are rolling for so long. I mean, as long as one of you either fail or succeed.
Okay.
At this point, we split paths. I'm kind of staying back with Leopold. Are you pursuing or are you staying back?
No, I'm not because of like I said, I'm in no position to be tailing somebody.
Yeah, and you're in no condition after that ghoul business.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Okay, Sally, roll. Let's see how. Okay,
Oof.
nice. Wait, you remember that it's half of your agility.
Yeah, but even still.
Yeah, actually. Okay, you are shadowing him very well, actually. He doesn't even realize that you are following him. So, good job. It takes quite a few minutes. The doctor reaches the manor, and Ribot follows him about. He stops at about. There are stables right in front of the manor. You can see it on the map. I presume that you are hiding somewhere in the trees.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch.
Okay. You see
Right
that Ribos, you know, he watches the doctor as he enters the manor. And then he essentially goes back the way he came. Are you still trying to shadow him?
He should be passing Vincent and Leopold, right?
I don't know if Vincent and Leopold are standing there.
Oh, they stayed behind?
Why
Yeah,
don't-
we stayed behind. Remember?
You told us to stay behind. Like
Yeah,
Where-
I should have been clear. What I meant was just like
Where-
keep some distance. Like I'll
we're
go
by
silent.
I'm assuming we're by the intersection, so in clear sight of. Yeah, we're. I would
We're not
be
in clear
waiting
sight.
outside for you.
No.
Yeah, I'm.
Because Sally right now he's in the woods right next to the stables, and Ribot
Yeah,
is
so-
essentially walking back. And just let me be clear about this, guys. It takes almost 15 to 20 minutes. It's not like 3 to 4 minutes. So are you staying there for 20 minutes and just I don't know doing nothing?
I will be waiting for Sally. If Sally's going to go shadow somebody, I'm going to wait for him to come back. I'm just not going to be like, oh, and then leave. So
You could pretty much just hang out outside the Heartless Man. I'm sure it's like an inn, so I'm sure people just
Yeah.
kind of hang out and drink.
yeah, that's what I marked on the map. Is that a good picture? We're
Yeah,
green.
yeah, sure.
He's blue.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I
So-
figured. I figured we were sort of at the intersection near the Heartless Man. We're just hanging out.
Okay. Leopold, are
Yeah.
you also staying there?
Yes.
Okay. Sally, are you once again shadowing Ribot back? Because it's another roll now.
I'm not going to shadow. I'm going to give him time to get past me,
Okay.
and then I'm just going to walk back at a normal pace, like not trying to. Like, so if he sees me, it looks like I was just out for a walk.
Okay. Sure. Guys, you see that Ribot is coming back. He's not hiding anymore, so he's just walking tall. He sees you and he waves his hand. Hello, hello. And then he turns right. and walks towards. Well, he walks north.
Mm.
A minute or two later, Sally appears and approaches you.
It looks like he's casing the joint.
Mm.
I mean, I can't figure out. Or he's just a nosy dude.
Bretonians do have those noses.
Yes.
Where did he go? Did he come this way?
I'm going to kind of nonchalantly point in the direction.
Of course, he's gone now. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Well, if any dirt happens in this town overnight, he's the prime suspect already.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right, let's go to bed.
Yeah, you're all pretty tired, honestly. You know, there was this whole business with dead people on the road, if you remember.
Yes, vaguely.
Sorry.
But we found all the bandits murdered.
Yeah, killed very cleanly, actually.
Okay.
Well,
For some reason.
actually, very efficiently.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I wonder if it's the Frenchman there.
Ribot doesn't even have a sword at him, and these men were killed by a sword, a heavy sword. Besides, he doesn't look like the type. He's more, he's a lover, not a fighter. Just so to speak. Anyway, you go to bed.
I'm gonna stay up for another hour. I want to have another drink and smoke my pipe.
Okay.
I'm partying it up tonight because I'm in another. You got invited to a wedding, so.
Yeah. Well, you don't see. Actually, unfortunately, Gennaro is not visiting you this night anymore. So when the rest of your party goes to sleep, and the room is filled with their snoring, an occasional discharge of gas, you're just sitting there all alone with a bottle in your hand.
Is there like a common room or?
No, you are. I presume that you're in your room.
Oh, if there's people up drinking downstairs, I'm just gonna drink by myself. People watch.
At this time and after this kind of party, people honestly have enough. So there are only like 2 or 3 people in the common room, and they're all drunk. So sure, you can sit there if you wish. But
yeah, just.
Okay. So in that case, if you are going to pay for the drink, then it's like 2 pennies for an ale.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Mixed wine and beer.
yeah, it's not a good idea. Yeah, but other than that, nothing happens. Nothing at all. It's like nothing at all.
It's like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Exactly.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
No. Exactly.
Sorry, Simpsons reference.
Yeah.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
Yeah. So that was this night. You are awakened next morning by sounds of screaming from outside. Actually, no, not screaming, shouting. Furious argument.
Yeah.
Are you going to check what it is, or are you just staying in bed and just whatever? Leopold, remember, that if you wish so, remember that Eckhart is apparently living with the quote-unquote witch.
Yes.
But you can hear that someone is arguing very loudly in front of the inn.
Can I look out the window? I probably feel like crap, so I don't want to.
All right. You can see. Yes. Sorry, Leopold.
Leopold wants to start putting on his gear and getting ready to go outside.
Okay. The rest of you guys.
He's not going anywhere without his weapons and armor.
Lucas at least wants to make sure stuff isn't about to go down because he wants to, be ready if it is.
Yeah.
But that's he's going to try to look out the window kind of a thing with Sally.
Okay, Vincent.
Yeah, I want to gather my stuff together because we only really plan to stay for the party, and
Well, that's
so
true. Yeah, good point. I forgot about that.
kind of assuming we're going to start heading out. So I'm going to gather everything, and with that, would I have gained any hit points from sleep?
Yeah, you've regained a single hit point.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Luke is actually going to go ahead and get up with the noise and start getting ready to get out of this town and leave, which is what he wanted to do to begin with. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, once I have my stuff gathered, I'd probably make my way downstairs and out the front.
Okay. So anyway, those of you who look outside, you can see a young man riding on a horse. The young man is he's also very good looking, and yeah, he has blonde hair up to the, going like after his shoulders, long blonde hair. Even from the top, you can see that he looks roguish. He's like a rogue. He's dressed rather nicely, but not ostentatiously. It's not a noble garb. It's more like a rich city dweller. And he is arguing very loudly with Aloysius, who is standing before him. Aloysius is essentially screaming at him, "You've missed the banquet for the honor of your sister! I don't want to hear about that, father. She's marrying that pompous fop, Tauberg, only for his money."
And I don't get to drink this cup of coffee either before it's cold.
What?
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, and anyway, the two are arguing. My sister is ill. I want to see her immediately. You also see that the doctor approaches father and apparently his son. Young Master Fowlebrand, your sister is very ill, and I can't really allow you to access her quarters. It's for her own good. How dare you tell me what I can do and what I can do not in my own house, you charlatan! Oh, I will not be spoken to like that! And he also begins to argue with the man. You can see that practically most of the village gather around that trio, and they are just lapping it up. It's scandalous, so naturally it's very entertaining. Anyway, Leopold parks his horse right outside the inn, and loudly cursing, enters the building, and you've lost sight of him.
Wait, Leopold? That's his name?
Yeah. Aloysius essentially said once or twice, "Leopold, Leopold, stop it, Leopold, stop it, stop." Stuff like that.
Fine name.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Can't trust that guy.
Is the Bretonian in the crowd watching?
You don't see from the window. You would have to go down.
You need a stool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on getting dressed and packed up, and it's gonna take me a while.
All right. You can. By the way, you've heard that Leopold actually emerged from the tavern once again, and because the doctor and Aloysius are actually discussing quietly things, before the tavern, where when the argument was taking place, Leopold emerges and he says, "By the way, doctor, I want to see your letters of accreditation." Once again, doctor is offended, and he says, "I don't have to show you anything." And this time, this conversation turns really ugly, as Leopold, well, he's not physical, but he's clearly very, very aggressive towards the man and towards his own father, in fact. Sorry. It ends with essentially the doctor saying he's not obliged to listen to Leopold, and he strides off.
Okay.
Yeah, and the young man, once again, furious, enters the tavern.
Okay, so just for a name clarification, the man on the horse is Leopold, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
And then Aluja,
Aloysius.
Alois. Yeah, Aloysius.
No, I'm going to write it
Aloysius is
here.
he a Fildebrand or is he the
Yes,
groom?
he's no.
No, he's
Aloysius is father.
He's
Leopold.
the guy that hired us.
Yeah, Leopold is the son.
Okay.
Alexa is the daughter.
Okay.
Handsome
And then
Ricard.
And the groom wasn't involved with this at all?
No.
Okay.
The groom
Okay.
is not there. So anyway,
So who else here thinks that the doctor is poisoning the, the bride?
well, you've all heard it because you know the argument was very loud. It was easily heard within the walls of the tavern, of the inn.
Did Sally share with us that he saw the doctor go straight from treating the patient to the manor?
Mm,
I don't recall.
Sally?
I would have relayed that information. Yeah.
Half ignoring what was going on outside, I'm going to ask whoever's out there with me, probably Leopold and or Lucas.
It begins to rain heavily.
I wouldn't mind going back to the medicine woman before we step out.
I need to go back there and see if I can find that young man. Is the doctor still in the street, or did he already leave?
He left.
And
You don't even know what's the doctor's name.
Mhm.
The
Yeah, I
young
don't.
man.
Uh,
Oh, right. Okay. The young man traveled north, or was sent north.
Oh, well, he was taken. He was supposedly taken to the healing woman's hut.
Okay.
So I was gonna head back there. So we can go. You want to go there to get healed, and I want to go there to see if he's there because I want to ask more about these shadows.
Yeah.
I want to get breakfast.
My gut isn't feeling any better than it really
Lucas
did
is gonna
yesterday.
Lucas is gonna join Sally for breakfast.
Okay. You eventually all head down, I presume, even you, Vincent. Right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. And you see that downstairs, Leopold is speaking with the owner. When you walk down the stairs, he looks at you. Oh, thank God, he says, and claps his hands. Oh. Welcome, he bows to you. I'm Leopold Fowlerbrand. Pleasure to meet you, mine Aaron. May I buy you a drink or something to eat?
Oh, but of course.
Plate of eggs and some type of greasy sausages or something.
Yeah, he says, wait a second. Hans, bring us 5 breakfasts. Breakfast meals. Of course, Herr Fowlerbrand. Please, sit. Leopold points at the table.
I put my head on the table.
Head? What?
Yeah, like I climb up on the bench and then I just put my head on the table. Like
Oh,
I'm sure I'm hungover.
Oh, yeah, that you are. Oh, Master Halfling, you don't look so good. Hans, also bring some of that sour milk of yours, your specialty. Of course, Herr Fowlerbrand, he says.
We Tylians know how to do a wedding.
You're from Tylia. Well, you're the first Tylian halfling I see. I've met.
I look at when Sally says that, I look at Leopold and say it was only like an hour long.
I had 3 bottles of wine.
By the way,
And I'm a halfling.
you see that Leopold is dressed in, like I said, this good quality clothing, but not made for nobles, and he has a short sword at his hip, although he doesn't seem like a fencer type. He is pretty young, actually. He's probably about the same age as his sister, and he's got this worried look on his face. You know, Look, I'll cut to business. My name is Leopold Fauerbrandt, and I'm the son of, and he pauses, Aloysius Fauerbrandt, and I'm a brother to one Alexa Fauerbrandt, my beloved sister, who is making the biggest mistake of her life by marrying that cretin from Pistol Corps, Tauberg. Now this doctor, he refuses to let me see my own sister. I need your help. I'm willing to pay you money if you're going to help me.
I'll pick my head up.
Yeah, that gets Lucas's attention.
Look, I'll be frank with you. I don't have much, but what I have will be yours. This whole wedding deal is just Ricard's in it for the money. He's not for Alex. He doesn't love Alexa. I'm pretty sure of it. I mean, it's one just needs to look at how he treated Esther. Esther Verloren, the daughter of Mills Verloren, the landlord of Hohlesbruck. He rejected her in favor of my sister after Esther got sick. And, yeah, well. Meanwhile, my father, the fool that he is, he wants to marry Alexa into the nobility. And it's just shameful. You see, us Faulebrandts, we owe a debt of gratitude and friendship to the Verlorens for our past in Hohlesbruck. And my father is sullying this by associating with Tauberg. It's because I'm sure that he's trying to erase the family's lowly Hohlesbruck origins by pretending they never happened. And that doctor, he's what the fuck?
Obsequious or obsequious?
Yeah, obsequiousness towards my father. And that sickness of Alexa. Alexa was always a healthy girl. She never got sick. If you'd be willing to find out anything about the doctor, about my sister's status, I'll pay you. Hell, I'll even join you, and I don't know, I can cook your meals or take care of your horses or stuff like that. Look,
this is a noble saying this?
I'm not a noble.
No.
I'm not a noble halfling.
But he does have a horse.
I'm not a noble halfling. My father probably already imagines himself being a noble, maybe even, wondering if, who knows, maybe I'll visit Karl Franz one day. For Karl Franz! Someone says from
Karl
Franz. Yeah. Someone says from the other end of the hall. But I am and always will be a man from Hohlesbruck. And
can I evaluate his short sword from where I'm sitting?
It's a normal short sword.
Okay, so it's not mastercrafted.
No, it's a normal, more than an ordinary short sword.
Do you happen to trust the medicine woman north of town?
Elizy? Yes. Yes,
Oh,
Elizy.
I thought Vincent and I were already gone. Sorry.
No, we got
you are currently eating
okay.
breakfast. Yeah, the breakfast is very.
Leopold wasn't going to turn down free breakfast, was he?
Yeah.
No, I just thought that we had already left before that it was even offered.
No.
No.
Otherwise, I would have been saying more stuff.
So you can
Sorry.
always, say it now. Eliza is a good woman. She helped my family a lot. She helped with my mother giving birth to Alexa, and I know that she helped a lot of people. Her mother was helping people from Hohlesbruck, and her grandmother as well. She's our wise woman. She knows her stuff.
Why would she not be assisting?
Because my father thinks that she's a simple herb gatherer, and Dr. Reifenen is apparently a world-class physician. Because he's from a big city.
Well, it was. Yes, it was.
Swear to God, if someone would walk to my father and say that, oh, you know what, I'm a baron of Ubersreich, then he probably would, bend over and take it up his ass. You know that essentially in the old world, saying something like that about your family is very, very, very badly looked upon.
Yeah, especially where I'm from.
Yeah, father, mother, you don't say shit about them. Never. But you can see that Leopold is, Faulebrand, not your Leopold. He's furious. He's essentially just seething. But it's not that he's, enraged. He's just he can't do anything to help his sister, and that's making him, insane with grief and worry.
So what do you expect from us, sir?
I would like for you to ascertain if Dr. Reifenen is indeed having my sister's well-being. And I've just lost the word.
Best in mind.
Thank you. And I would also like you to find out, if you could, what does Herr Tauberg thinks about that whole deal. He's going to be her husband, as much as that ails me. I think I'm actually going to puke.
Well, one of my compatriots and I were planning on seeing the medicine woman. Perhaps,
Please call her Elise. She's not some kind of medicine woman. She's just a wise woman. She's harmless. Please. I vouch for her. She's good people. She will help you without a moment's hesitation. Meanwhile, that fucking charlatan will probably want to strip you of all your money and your clothes before he's going to apply some kind of poultice made from, I don't know, his shit on your wounds or something like that.
What do you guys think about taking his doctor bag and taking it to Elise to see if she can recognize any things? I suspect that there's some sort of poisoning going on.
Was she ill before the doctor arrived? Obviously.
Well, I've just arrived here today. I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking aloud. Obviously, you're not going to invite a doctor before somebody gets ill.
Young
Find that out first.
Also, what was the illness? Well, I'm also curious about the illness that the
You can hear the rain outside, just essentially being, a torrent right now.
I was gonna say something. Lucas is gonna get up and walk over to the bar after he's done and get a beer, and he's gonna make small talk with the bartender or whoever's there, whoever's served, to try to find, because that was a good point that Leopold just raised, but he wants to do it real nonchalantly, to see, kind of gossip about her fainting and trying to find out if she's done that, basically find out if she's been sick before.
Roll gossip.
Okay.
Can I try,
Yes?
Jeez, your gossip sucks.
Yeah, I actually have plus 10, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
But still, even with plus 10, I still failed.
Yeah. What about
Okay,
you, Jason? What were you asking about?
I was going to try some of my Chilean and to Sally. I want to mention the Bretonian following the Doctor. Just kind of as a, that adds, it's another variable to another
I was
element.
actually going to tell him that.
I want to play that card yet. Like, I wouldn't share with him that because we don't know what the Bretonian's up to. Maybe the Bretonian is planting something in the Doctor's bag that the Doctor isn't aware of.
Perhaps.
Yeah. What is it with all these anti-authoritarian Bretonians?
Well, yeah, I don't know. You'd think they would have had that beaten out of them at a younger age.
I know. Please.
Yeah. So Leopold wants. So yes, I say. So well, why don't we just go find this Doctor and rough him up?
Well,
Get to the bottom of it.
says Leopold, I was thinking about more subtle way, He is a friend of my father, and my father is in good relations with Mills, Lauren. So if you are going to rough him up, that could end very badly for you and for me. And I would also like to spare my sister additional stress.
So you're suggesting we start small, like with breaking his fingers?
I suggest that no, sir. I don't want you. I don't
thought you were
want
saying
for
the
you to
Doctor's
break.
not from town.
Yes, I don't want for you to break his fingers or to break anything of his. Actually,
Lucas
Well, how do you
sits
feel
back
about
down.
it? Just demanding his Doctor bag and taking it from him.
Yeah. By the way, Lucas, you were told by the bartender, essentially a small talk. Oh no, I don't know anything, sir. No, nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Yeah. Lucas,
Mr.
when he sits back down, he's going to suggest, since there's four of us, 2 of us can distract the Doctor, and 2 of us can break into his wherever he's staying.
See, that was the thing. The Doctor went to the Verlorn Manor. I was going to ask Leopold about, who's
Alright, well-
there, why is he staying there, if he's serving.
I don't know if he's staying there. I honestly don't know if he's staying at Mills' place.
Oh, after
I think. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, he certainly didn't go home after he saw To the Bride last night. That's
Well, we don't know because we didn't hang out to see what he did. But
no. The Doctor went to the manor last night.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I didn't even know where his home is, and I think Leopold doesn't really know because he hasn't been here, as my guess. That he doesn't know anything really about the Doctor other than that he doesn't like him.
I feel like our Bretonian friend might have some insight, at least.
Well, all this is all. I'm trying to think here. Who lives up in that manor to the north?
Mills Verloren, the landlord of Hohlesbruck.
Yeah, so he's not necessarily involved with the I guess the Lord isn't necessarily involved with this fiasco. So I'm just curious why the Doctor would be staying up there.
Leopold's gonna go up to the bar now. And
The bartender Hans looks at you. Oh, now with that look, now you are going to ask me questions.
Yes. It's like, do you know where and if I need to roll fellowship, I will.
Yes.
Okay. My gossip skill. Or is it just straight fellowship?
No, it's a gossip.
I don't know what my roll was. Oh, that's alright.
Dr. Raifenen, sir? Well, he's staying at Fletcher's house. Our butler.
Then you hear Leopold shout. I mean, not Leopold. Lucas shout, "Come on!"
He's our butler. He lives on the other side of the street, actually. And
Yes.
you can see on the map that Fletcher indeed
yeah.
lives on the other side of the street.
Mr. Fleshman.
No, it's Fleischer, sir. Fleischer.
Not Fleischer.
No, Fleischer.
Sorry.
No worries. He looks at you with that. I don't know if you're joking or not, but you know.
I just misheard what you said. I thought it was Fleischer,
No.
not Fleischer.
Yeah, so yeah, sorry, Fleischer.
I don't know if you're joking or not, but shut the fuck up either way.
Yeah.
Get away from me now.
That's Fleischer. Yeah, he's staying there, sir. Are you in need of medical assistance? If so, our wise woman, Eliza, might help you. She lives not far
Yes.
from the village. When you exit the village, just turn left at the shrine of Shalia, and go straight ahead. You won't be able to miss her hovel.
Thank you. Yes, my friend is ill. I was going to take him there
Oh, I
as
see.
soon as the rain abates a little bit.
I see. So anyway, I have stuff to do.
Yes. Thank you, my good man.
Thank you. He's very nice.
And he just stands there and wipes the same glass he was wiping.
Yeah.
Look,
I was gonna say, I was like, Lucas, I almost mistook you for a Vissenlander with how well you did with the bartender over here.
good one.
Sorry, I was too busy thinking about your mom.
Now he's back in rare form.
Yeah, your mom jokes.
My mother's dead.
Yeah.
That explains why she just laid there.
Oh my God.
This,
It's the only way he could get any, Leopold.
Yeah.
So
Well, you
let
know,
go.
one good thing about dead chicks, they can't say no.
So to be fair, I stole that from basketball. So
Okay. Anyway, you return. I mean, Leopold returns to the table. Okay, look, says the other Leopold. Seriously, I should have changed his name.
Klaus.
yeah, but then you'd have kept referring to Leopold accidentally. because
Yes,
you'd be
I
reading
know.
it, and we'd have no idea who you were talking about.
Wait, who's Schmidt?
Yeah.
Who's Casper?
Yeah.
Look, alright. Mine errand, says Leopold. Maybe you can think about something after visiting Eliza. She might help you with that. But I would like for you to help me. And like I've said, I am willing to pay you as much as I can and help you as much as I can. I'm very worried about my sister, and I don't have anyone else in this village to seek help from. Please help me, I implore you. He looks desperate.
Yes.
I pat him on the shoulder. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
The plot is strong with this one.
Yes. So I look at Vincent and it's like, so Vincent, shall we go see the wise woman again?
I kind of look out at the rain and be like,
The rain
Yeah.
actually slowed for a bit.
yeah, I think now would be a good time to do that.
And
Like,
maybe
I kind of,
maybe Lucas and Sally can go pay Herr Fleischer a visit while we do that.
yeah, and perhaps the Bretonian as well.
Yeah, I think I would rather. I don't want.
Job.
Yeah, I don't want to go paying anybody a visit just yet, but I think we could, case the joint.
Alright.
So to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of get up, hold out a hand to other Leopold, and say,
Leopold.
"We'll see what we can do." Will you be staying at this inn?
Yes, I've already booked lodgings here. I will stay here for a while at least. Hopefully I'll be able to learn something about my sister's health, and that's this whole doctor business. And I will need to speak with Tauberg about how he treats his future wife, the bastard. You also know that a commoner saying things like that about a nobleman in the Empire is a very, very risky business.
Yeah, Vincent was actually going to say something about you.
Leopold, before you do that, why don't you pay for our room for another night?
I'll be glad to.
And be mindful of what you say about soldiers of the Empire.
I'm not.
And then I immediately kind of discard whatever he replies and gathers my stuff.
Okay, well,
Starts heading for the door.
You can hear him saying loudly that he's not questioning his martial prowess. He's just questioning his treatment of his sister.
I say, hey, Leopold, Vincent knows a lot about being run out of town, so you should listen to him.
Meanwhile,
of course, next time we see him, he's going through a stack of wanted posters. So
no, next time you see him, he's with Jubal Falk and a unit of non-iron striders.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't say
Darius, nice to finally meet you.
Could have been Marienburg.
Yeah, I've traveled to fucking Marienburg and you weren't there.
Yeah. And before that, Talabheim?
Yes.
Talagad?
Yes. No.
There's always a scenario behind.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, it could be like this funny thing that Jubal Falk is actually, chasing you, but he's always like waylaid by something, he always takes the wrong turn, and he's like, "I'm going to get you, Darius, one day I'm going to get you!"
He's looking through his rifle, and all of a sudden, like, a carriage stops in front of him, like, "God damn it!"
Yeah. Okay. So you've left the building. Who's staking what and who's going where?
Well, I think Sally and I were probably going to wander around innocently, totally innocently.
Okay.
While making sure to, essentially stake out the butchers, since that's where the doctor's saying, as well as, just generally keeping an eye out for things. And if we see anybody we spoke to, like the Bretonian or the doorman at the place where Sally, gave the wedding gift, we're gonna go up and try to talk to him, I think.
Okay. And Vincent and Leopold are traveling to Elise's hovel.
Correct.
Okay. So first, Lucas and Sally, roll me perception checks. They are modified, but I'm not going to say by how much. Okay.
Where is perception? There it is.
Okay. Andrew, you have a very good perception.
I've taken the extra upgrade on it too. So.
Okay, cool. Okay, you are walking around the town looking for her doctor and the Bretonian, I presume.
Yeah, and anybody else we might have recognized.
Okay. Right. Meanwhile, Vincent and Leopold, you are crossing the Hohlesbruck bridge and turning left at the shrine of Shalia. The mud is clinging to your boots, and everything around you smells of this wet dampness, so to speak. Slightly sweet smell. Not very pleasant, but also not exceptionally invasive. Eventually you arrive at a small hovel. You can see the old mare slowly chewing on some soggy hay, and you can see a small stack of smoke coming from the chimney. You can also see a cart working the small garden. The
A cart?
yeah, the village idiot.
Oh.
He looks at you with this damp look on his face. It looks like he doesn't even recognize you. He just continues working with the soil. What are you doing?
I whisper to Vincent. I say, "Hey, Vincent, let's since he didn't seem to give us any recognition, let's just go talk to Elise and talk about well, get you healed if you want to be healed, but also talk about what he said to me last night. In addition to the maybe we can describe some of the symptoms of the girl to her."
I'll nod to that.
So you approach the hovel. You're not surprised to see Elizy walking out to meet you. "Hello, young man," she says. "Nice to meet you on this rainy morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
What may I help you with? I've heard that one of you asked my boy here yesterday about few things."
Yes, that would be me, ma'am. I was concerned about the spiritual welfare of the town, from what he said.
She looks at you like, oh, another fanatic. Nice. And what did your inquisitive mind told you about this?
Inquisitor mind.
Yes. I couldn't find any. He said there were shadows, but I couldn't find any trace of anything unusual around the house. when I
What?
looked.
Eckhart is he's a special boy. As you probably guess, he's a bit well,
Touched
simple.
by Sigmar?
She looks at you with distaste, actually, when you said that. I hope that you're not a Sigmarite, because I think that your god would not approve of something like that.
Yeah, I also look at Leopold. Right?
No, he's adult-brained, and actually, his imagination works twice as strong as in any other ordinary person. What Eckhart told, what Eckhart was saying about the shadows, it's actually something from the folklore of the empire, known in various provinces under various names. You see that she hesitates for a second. In this place, in these parts of our glorious nation, it can probably be associated with the so-called dance of death. But
Do I know anything about that?
you need to have You need to have occultism to know this.
What? So.
That would be no.
No, because it's not. You've never heard about it from your Morite teachings.
Okay. It's not a necromantic thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not necromancy.
No. At least you don't think so.
All right, but so it just
You
it's
see,
the sort of thing that when somebody's about to die, that sort of thing.
Maybe. You see, when someone is when someone is heartless, and I'm sorry to say, but Pfeifeldorf have become heartless as of late. The gods punish them for their heartlessness, because the gods hate heartlessness. And yes, they all hate it. Because even in war, during the times of change, when all things die and when all things are reborn in joy, even then the heartlessness is frowned upon by the gods.
Would seeing shadows is one thing. What about seeing other people that aren't there?
What, Eckhart sees people that are not there? I don't think that he has this kind of affliction.
No, but I've met people in my travels who have.
Well, did they lose someone that they loved?
Yes.
It's unfortunately something rather common in our world. When you lose someone that you love dearly, you wish for them to be back with you. And sometimes your mind makes it possible. But no one comes back. No one. Never. Not even the gods themselves, mighty as they be.
Unless you have the right spells.
They can't bring anyone back. Neither Khan, no Zanaf, no Narak, no Slanaf can bring anyone back.
I do a little salute to Moore.
So sometimes those poor souls who have lost someone, they believe so hard that their loved ones return to them, but it is not them. They're not there. And let me just say that whoever this person of yours is, it is a dangerous thing. People, it's a form of madness essentially. It's a sickness of body and soul. And people like that, they are one thing that others will fear them. Because their madness is clear as day. But not only that, their madness can attract attention. If you know what I mean.
Otherworldly.
Indeed. The soul who wishes for their lost kin to return is very susceptible to otherworldly intervention. It's open like a book. And unfortunately, more often than not, this intervention occurs. If you value your friend's life and his soul and his mind, then you will try and help him. Either find someone who will be able to ease his pain and let him accept the loss, or commit him to an asylum. Because there will be no happy ending for such a person otherwise.
There's a Robert Kraft joke in there somewhere, but sorry.
The gods do have a curious sense of humor sometimes, and I do wonder late at night when I can't sleep, why do they test us so much? If they send war, pestilence, the ailments of mind and body, I do sometimes wonder. But you can discuss with, you can't argue with them. They are mighty and they are all around us.
Yes.
in the spilling of the blood, in the change of the wind,
And from
in lovers,
one ill.
in lovers' embrace, and even in a dead fish rotting at the shore.
I kind of looked to Leopold like, is she going to keep going? Forgive me for interrupting, but from one sickness to another, are you familiar with the Fildebrandt daughter?
Pfeifeldorf,
Her-
Alexa.
Yes. Are you familiar that she is ill?
I knew Alexa and Leopold before they left Hohlesbruck decades ago. I knew them as children. In fact, I've helped them come to this world. I actually know a lot about the people of Hohlesbruck, even living so far outside it, even those who live so far outside it. Alexa was never a frail child. She was always strong. She never got sick when she was little. Neither did Leopold. Their mother, she was very frail. She is very frail, even more so now. Now that her husband thinks himself a king. But not their children, no. Why are you asking me about this?
Well, there are those that feel that her sickness is foul play.
Who thinks so? And what evidence do they have?
There's no evidence yet, but it's just a suspicion. Her brother came into town and wants us to look into what's going on with her.
Leopold returned. I see. He was always very headstrong and very protective of his sister. He clashed with his father often. From what I understood, he remained in Altdorf when his father and the rest of the family returned here. Well, if Leopold says so, then again, sickness is something that just happens.
Do you know anything about the sickness of the Verloren daughter?
I don't know because I didn't saw her, and I doubt that Aloysius would allow me to see her. He always thought that I'm a simple, wise woman. Nothing more than a herb gatherer. In a way, I don't blame him. I would need to see her to ascertain what her illness is. But I've heard that there is a doctor in town. And and probably he's taking care of her. Doctor from big town? Yes. Aloysius, I'm sure that he hired his services. After all, that probably helps him think even more of himself.
Yes.
Well, anything else?
I don't know. What do you think, Vincent? Did you need her to look at you again to see if she could help you with your ills, or?
Yes. I'm still very, very sore. I was wondering if you could.
Let me see your wounds, young man. Let me try and help you with your pain.
Okay, and
she takes you inside the hovel, which is, dingy, dark, dimly lit. There are strange fetishes hanging from the ceiling. There are, strange smells and even strange sounds coming from the corners of this small place. Very small place, actually.
I pull my moist shirt off over my head and in slow motion swing my head back and forth to let the raindrops fling from my hair.
Yes. Your perfectly chiseled chest makes Elizy feel
fist print right in the center.
Yeah, it's like his fist is,
with a vampire insignia ring, right?
Yeah, I was here, vampire.
I'm looking for this vampire.
Yeah. Oh, look, a signet ring has been. What's that sound?
I was opening a door.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
So Leopold's gonna wait outside and see if he can engage what's his nuts Eckhart in conversation.
Oh, very well. You can try. Oh, okay. So what are you going to ask him? You see that he is looking at you, from time to time, but he's afraid of you. It's clear from his posture.
Okay. Say, good morning, Eckhart. Do you remember me from last night?
Yes. I'm sorry.
No need to be sorry. You had some concerns. Do you wanna tell me a little bit? Tell me a little bit more about what you saw last night.
You see that he looks at Elizy's hovel, as if unsure about himself and what to say. He looks at you. I don't know what I saw. I see sometimes things that aren't there.
It is a gift from the gods.
Yes, Elizy says so. Yes, she's very kind to me.
Yes. Well, I can see that you were a good man.
Thank you. He says, as
strong man, as he rubs his arm.
Yeah. He says this as he's not really sure if he should be saying that, but he says this. But you see that he's not continuing this. You probably need to push him a bit further, you guess.
Okay. So you saw 4 shadows last night?
No, I saw shadows.
Oh, just some shadows. And you say they were dancing?
Yeah.
What were they dancing at a particular part of the house?
I don't remember. There was fog. And I was returning to the hovel, and I've heard the music. So I came to see, but the music it was funny. It was like there, but it wasn't there. And you see that he once again, he's not continuing. You probably need to push him even further if you want to.
Okay.
But you see that his hands begin to slightly tremble with that.
It's like, no need to be afraid. We need to know what you saw so that we can fight the evil if it is there.
Well, I just wanted to see who was playing the music. I like the music, but that music was strange. It was like coming from inside my head. And then I saw them. I don't remember how many there were. I can't really count that well. Elizy is teaching me to count, but I'm not very good at it. But
That's okay.
They were dancing, and one of them looked at me. And I was scared, and I've run away.
Oh no, you were very brave. That would terrify the hardiest warrior. You did very well.
I think I did something wrong. I probably shouldn't have looked.
No,
They were dancing under. I remember. They were dancing under. They were dancing under. And you see that he essentially just he begins to hyperventilate.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay, Erkenbrand. They were dancing on the roof.
No, they were dancing under the window, under the window of young lady Alexa.
As I suspected.
Meanwhile, Vincent, you are, funnily enough, you had to take your shirt off, of course, because you are treated for your wound, which the foul fiend of the night inflicted upon you. Elise once again looked critically at the wound and she says, well, let me give you something for that. We'll need to... Here the blood is swelling this wound up. We will need to remove it. You are a soldier, yes?
I'm in service of more.
So you're in service. And there's this old saying, the war does not care from whence the blood flows, just as long as it does. Let me see.
That sounds like a heretic to me.
Really,
Vince, are
really,
you
only now you've spotted something fishy about her.
Like, I have to slowly massage this into your chest.
No, she's not massaging anything, she's taking out the leeches. Sorry, no massage from an old lady for you.
That's just science.
Yeah, no happy ending. Yeah, she's taking out the leeches and she begins to, stick them in various places on your chest. Of course, it's not pleasant, but you can feel the swelling lessening.
I thought you said no happy ending.
Yeah, I know that someone was going to comment on the swelling thing.
Yeah, the swelling went away, so
Yeah.
kind of a downer.
Zing.
Yeah, so anyway, she also, begins to light some herbs, and she tells you to inhale them. Then after she takes the leeches off, she actually wraps some kind of very intensely smelling balm into your wounds. And now let me see. And even with the bonuses, it's 92. She didn't pass.
Man, she's terrible.
No, actually, she's very high level, but like 92, it's... Wait a second, I'm going to double check, but I don't think that...
Could I use one of my lucks for that type of roll?
Normally no, but okay. Let's say that you can.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going
Just
to roll.
don't botch.
Yeah, but in case of botch, you will be hurt. No botch, but... oh no, actually, wait. Yeah, she passed, She just passed.
Thank goodness.
Because she had plus 30. Yeah. Okay, in that case, I'm going to give you back this 6. 6 wounds.
Awesome.
You recover 6 wounds.
Good.
But at some point, you hear, as well as she, Eckhart, essentially talking very loudly from the outside of her hovel, and she quickly rushes outside. What's going on here? Why are you scaring him? She asks you, Leopold.
Oh, I wasn't scaring him. We're just having a conversation, and he got a little frightened of what he was telling me. I'm trying to calm him down.
What were you asking him about? I've told you everything. Can't you say what state he's in? He's a simple boy. He's not going to help you.
Oh, he's a brave man.
It's not about bravery. Anyway, your friend is better now. you can take him back to the town.
Alright, I'm gonna put my shirt and pants back on.
Yeah, as you are putting, the shirt, a small, richly smelling drop of blood exited your wound. And then it was all fine.
Huh?
After all, blood is blood.
Blood for the blood god.
What?
No, never mind. No, nothing.
What? What? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but you are feeling better, Vincent. You are actually feeling better. You do not ail so much. You actually feel, because of the bombs and the herbs, you feel like energetic. Full of energy. Yeah, you feel pretty well.
Good deal.
Yep. Anyway, you exit the place and you see that Leopold is essentially explaining himself, or he looks like he's explaining himself, to Elizy, who probably makes it pretty clear that you two probably should go back right now. At this point, Eckhart is essentially, turning his back at you, and he's just, hiding his head in his hands and just muttering something to himself, almost paralyzed with fear.
What did you say to him, Leopold?
Ixnay on the. Let's go.
We might need
Leopold. What's your surname?
What's my surname?
Yeah.
Bozelman.
Herr Bozelman, I suggest that you go back with your friend to the village, and you do not threaten my friend again. It's what I've told you before about the gods and their treatment of people who are heartless.
Ooh, I bite my knuckles.
I didn't threaten him, ma'am. No.
You also don't recall telling her your surname.
Yeah. I make the sign of Sigmar, the hammer.
You don't think that Sigmar is particularly big in this place.
Yeah, I know. I'm covering my butt for myself.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. You return. Meanwhile, Lucas and Sally, I'm sorry to say, but after a couple of rounds around the town, snooping around Herr Fleischer's house, looking for, Dionys Ribot, you didn't find anything. Unfortunately, it looks... Well, you guess that her doctor is probably either at the manor or at Fowlerbrand's house. As for Dionys, you don't really know. Hard to tell.
That's the Bretonian guy?
Yes.
Yes.
But that actually tells us something, so that's, there's information in not finding them, so that's good.
Okay, so where are you going? Are you going to meet your friends somewhere, or are you going to wait for them? Or, I don't know, what?
I think we'll just keep wandering around and talking to people and getting to see the town while not going too far away from the inn, assuming that that's where they'll be back to when they return.
Sure, no problem. Okay, you do just that. Sorry. And eventually they do return after more than an hour, actually, spent spent outside the town. You see that Vincent is looking much better. He walks straight. He looks stronger. Leopold is by his side. He's still limping, unfortunately. By that I mean that you have your movement slightly lower than usual. Leopold. So anyway, they approach you, and you meet outside the Heartless Inn, the Heartless Man Inn.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how much information we got.
I did find out that the boy saw the dancing shadows outside the sick daughter's window. So to me, that confirms what we already thought, that something is fishy, and somebody's trying to kill her, or she's about to die. And I suspect that this doctor is poisoning her. That's what I think.
I remember the look on Gennaro's face, and I don't mention it, but I say, yeah, I have a bad feeling too.
Sally, as you're saying this, you take a, look to your left, and you can see that Gennaro is standing in a window of one of the houses in the village, and he looks at you with sad face. But
I just kind of look at him uneasily.
You blink, and he's not there, unfortunately. But he was there. He was there.
I guess Vincent's a little more mindful of. I guess. Was it last night was the first time he knew about Sally's vision, so he's a little more kind of not suspect, but when Sally stares off into the distance, he's kind of thinking, what could be going on. Now, does anybody else know what Sally's seeing?
Who was there when he said something about it last night?
Leopold.
Was I there, or was I still looking around when you guys had that conversation?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't feel like I was there yet, but I could just be pretending because Leopold doesn't want to get into it over Gennaro anymore, or I don't want to get into it over Gennaro anymore.
Okay. Well, you decide in that case.
Yeah, okay. Sally, it's your call essentially.
I guess just Vincent then.
Okay. I'm trying to remember any other pertinent information that we got from the doctor. We should find out if the daughter was ill before the doctor arrived.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can. Well, I'm not 100% certain of who we can ask about that. I would. Maybe we should pay Aloysius a visit and just say, "Oh, I hope your daughter's feeling better. How long has she been sick?" Or has she been, because. Or ask about the doctor. Maybe get the doctor to see you, since you're so.
Or you, Sean, since you're limping.
I'll be the guinea pig, since he probably can't fix me.
Yeah.
And I'm otherwise completely healed. Then
and
that
if
might
Leopold falls deathly ill, then
yeah.
And then we have a clue.
Yeah, there you go.
Are we still rifling through his bags?
I mean, if we can.
I think it's imperative that we find out if he has any poisons in his doctor bag.
The only thing is how do we? I mean,
it should be labeled with a skull and crossbones.
Yeah.
But Lucas can't read at all. So even if he's dumb enough to label it, toxic, do not take. He wouldn't know. So
Well, my initial plan, and I may have screwed it up by pushing the kid too hard, is to grab his bag and then show the contents to Elise or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
And be
yeah,
like, is any of that
plan
poison?
is out the window.
Well, maybe Vincent can go, and I just can't go anymore.
Yeah, or one of you two guys. 'Cause neither one of you have met her yet. So
Yeah.
it would be a fresh face. So maybe not Lucas.
What are we going there for?
Well, I'm saying my initial plan in getting the doctor's bag was to have the wise woman tell us if any of the stuff inside it is poison, because I figure she would know better than us what the stuff in his bag was.
So if we get the stuff in the bag, me and Lucas can go down there.
Yeah, and Leopold, do you remember if she said anything when we said that we thought it was foul play involved? I'm trying to remember any particulars.
No, well, she said a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she kind of started rambling.
But no, because she didn't remember. She was saying that she didn't know anything about the sicknesses of either woman because none of them trusted her to treat them. Right. So we asked.
She didn't talk about Esther. She only talked about Alexa. And it's not that they didn't trust her; it's that her father didn't want her help, because he's a snob and he's not going to use some wise woman help, right?
Only the finest charlatans.
Yes, from Pfeifeldorf, or you don't even know, from where the good doctor is actually. So.
Well, she said that she thought he was from Altdorf.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that he is. Yeah. Okay, so she was only talking about Alexa, not about Esther. Is the other daughter's name?
Yeah, Esther.
Yes.
Sorry.
How many levels is the butcher's house that the doctor is technically staying at?
It's a single-story house.
Is there anything behind it, like an alley or
No.
more homes? Or
It looks like a field.
It's a field. It's a small village. You can literally see every single building on the map.
Okay. I didn't know if
There are no alleys here. There are no side streets.
It's not summertime and the cotton's not high.
Yeah.
I think we need to break in, but I think we need to do it when the butcher and the doctor we know are not there. So, we need to have two people off doing something, or either keeping them busy or something.
So you're saying start a fire at the mill?
Well, we can't. I don't want to go all the way back to that mill to start to burn it down, though.
Well, just because the only I mean, aside from I'm just trying to be funny. The only reason that I say that is because I don't imagine that medieval types that have their shop and their house in the same place really go out much.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think if he wasn't a butcher, if he was like the local tax accountant, I wouldn't even care if he was there. But the butcher probably has big sharp things and he knows how to use them.
Well, we can still go under the pretense of being seen by the doctor for my shattered pelvis, and then wing it from there. Although I don't know if we're sitting in there in the room with him how easy it is to steal his.
That's it. I don't think it would be, and I also, I suspect even if he was poisoning her, there's a good chance he's not walking around with it.
So that might be better. Maybe we can bring him out of his room at least to see Leopold and then somebody with some sneakiness try to go into where he's staying and see if they can scrounge up something.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean, like I said, I'd like the butcher to be out too. Is there any more wedding feast stuff happening tonight, or?
I thought that was it.
Well, why don't we go to the Phil DeBrand's house, ask for the doctor just to see if he's there at the moment. Say that we would like, Leopold is injured and we'd like his services. Maybe somebody there knows where he's at the time if he's not there. If he's there, maybe we can get into the house that way. Or if he's not, maybe we can set up some kind of appointment.
Yeah, or if he's there, maybe Sally and Leopold has searching skills too, doesn't he? But he can't go. Maybe either Sally and I, go back, and then if he comes out, then you two stall him.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it also would be an opportunity to pump the father for information. Like,
Gross.
Not guilty. It's a not guilty plea.
I'm not saying anything. But I'm pretty sure that it was illegal in the Empire back in that time.
Well, it's a sign of Slaanesh worship, obviously.
Obviously.
No. Okay, my train of thought. Inquire about the daughter, saying, "Oh, is she feeling better? Is this the first time she's been sick? Try to get a gauge on if she's been sick before, or how she, if the doctor just happened to be in town for the wedding, or what the deal. Ask about that." And in that, and like, oh, is this doctor any good? I've got this problem. How did he come to town? Is he from here, or so get more information from Aloysius that way.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Go to Falbrandt's house.
Well, yeah, and I think he would be susceptible to. Is he a good doctor? Tell me about how great he is, and how rich you are for being able to afford him, because we want to know his qualifications, because, I need my hip looked at, or whatever. Yeah. I guarantee he would totally buy into that, because, he gets to brag about how rich he is.
Yep.
Okay. So, are we going to Fowlerbrand's? And by the way, what's Sally's opinion on that stuff? Sally?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's your opinion on the plan?
I'm game. I could do the sneaky stuff.
Okay.
As long as someone else can keep the conversation going, right?
Yeah, sure.
I can so Leopold, who's all? So what's the order of motion? I guess is Leopold by himself going to the?
No, I think the two of you. I think Leopold and Vincent, and then you know what? When Sally's ready to go in the back, I can go in the front and talk to the butcher about buying some meat.
Well, okay.
That way,
are you going to wait for us to actually go in? Okay.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. We'll be like, oh, okay, we're gonna go, do something. We're gonna go back to the inn and have some beer or something when
buy
you win.
Some sausages.
Yeah.
Play hide the sausage.
With the father. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll make some so it sounds like we're off to go do that. And then
cool. Okay. All right. So, are you going to Fleischer first, or are you going to Fowlerbrand first? Essentially, are you going first to speak with the butcher or with Doctor? Hopefully.
No, we're all going to the doctors.
Okay.
Well,
we're all going to Fallenbrand's house to look for the doctor.
Right. And then that's when we will, if he's there and he's willing to look at the Leopold's hip, That's what
Then,
great.
then you two, go off.
All right, no worries.
And I'm going to take the opportunity while I have the father there to chat him up also about how his daughter is doing and all
Sure.
that stuff.
Sure. You approach Pfeifeldorf's house and you knock at the door. After less than a minute, a servant opens the door, but it's another servant, not the one from the last night. Yes, how may I help you? He says.
Oh, good day. We're
Yes.
here to see Herr Fallenbrand and inquire about how Frau, whatever her new last name is.
He looks at you like, seriously.
How she's feeling, and if the doctor...
Fräulein Alexa, yes?
Yes, Fräulein Alexa. Well, she's now a Frau because she's married, but okay.
No, she's not yet married, sir. She's going to be married.
Oh, I thought they were already married. I thought that was the whole thing.
Well,
They
you
got
thought
married.
wrong, sir.
Okay, got it.
Can you wait here for a second? I'm going to...
I'm gonna fist bump the servant for shutting him down. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Wait
Oh, Tom,
here.
I'm
Should me and Lucas or me and Leopold be doing something else?
Well, he said, what did the servant say? He's going to go grab the doctor, or?
No, he's going... He said that he's going to ask Aloysius if he will speak with you.
Okay.
He, of course, closed the door. He's not letting you in. And after like 2 minutes, the door opens, and you see Aloysius standing in the door. Oh, welcome, friends. How may I help you in this fine day? He says, and you can clearly see that he is not actually very happy to see you. He's not interested in speaking to you, and he's got other things to do.
Did he ever pay us, by the way?
What?
Did we ever get our money?
I don't know.
I have more money than I thought I did, but I don't remember how much he was supposed to pay us. I've got. Well,
He paid the first half. He's supposed to pay the second half when we got there, I thought.
So add the second half to your character sheets, if he
I don't
didn't already
remember
pay that. No.
Okay, I don't remember what it was right now. So
Yeah,
I'm not worried.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's okay.
1,000.
Yeah, very funny.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I have 5 and I had 0, so I'm assuming it's going to be another 5.
yeah. So everyone
10, I think.
adds another 5 to their character sheet.
Okay. I'll just write. I'll
And
note it down
let's say that he paid it, last night before the party, right after you've arrived.
Okay.
Yes. How can I help? What can I help you with?
Oh, good. Good morning. I hope your daughter is feeling better.
Yes, Dr. Reifenen is taking care of her. Thank you.
Is the good doctor here right now?
Yes, he is currently here. He's in her quarters.
Oh, okay. I was looking for him because I have an ailment. I would love to have him look at. But I am I to understand that he is the best doctor in the area?
Of course, he's the greatest doctor in the area.
Oh, I would expect nothing less from you, Herr Fallenbrand.
You see that he's very pleased with himself. I'm sorry.
But
It must be a marvel to see him work.
Yes, it is.
So he's not from Hola.
No, sir. No, he's not from Hohlesbruck. No, sir. No.
Okay. Where is he from?
He's from outside.
Outside the city, outside the village. Got it. And
Well, he's from a big city, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Only the most important doctors are.
Yes. Only the wealthy can afford his services.
I see.
And he's been treating people. He's been treating people in Altdorf and in Nuln and in Middenheim. Yes.
What did you hire? Was your daughter already ill before the betrothal?
Excuse me. Come again? I didn't quite caught what you were saying.
I was, I was just asking when did he arrive in town? Did you hire him because your daughter was ill, or did he just happen to be in town?
Well, Alexa got a little weaker, like few days before the party yesterday. I think yes, it was also before he arrived here. Yes, yes.
I see. It was before he arrived here, and did
I think.
Did he-
No, wait. Now that come to think of it, no. It was the day before the party. Yes, yes. When the mists, like it became like incredibly misty all of a sudden during the night. I don't know why. It's like the weather wasn't really suggesting a mist, but you know.
Was that when the doctor arrived?
I think the doctor arrived essentially the same. Oh, wait, what are you implying?
Oh, it's just a coincidence.
And
Well, we wanna figure out how long.
and why are you interested in my daughter's well-being? Are you some? I mean, you did a stellar job on the road, and I'm very thankful to you for that. But I don't think that any of you is a physician.
What?
We are
Lucas is
actually.
going to say, you're right, sir. We're just trying to be polite. Leopold here, he's kind of embarrassed. If you haven't watched, he's been limping a little bit lately. He wants to see if he can get the doctor to look at him.
I understand. Oh, well, please do come in. I will ask Dr. Reifenen if he has time to look at you, sir. Please come into my hall.
Sorry.
Do you like the new bell that I've just installed?
Sorry, I'm doing laundry too.
Do you like the new washing machine I just installed?
Lucas is also gonna say, you two go along. I think Sally and I are gonna go have a beer.
Medicinal beer, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, beer is very good. Yes, drink my health, please. Actually, you know what? This is on me, and he gives you a silver, which probably can buy you like 10 beers in this place. At least. Here.
Thank you very much, Meinherr.
No, it is I who must thank you for your stellar service on the road. It was very, very professional. Anyway, please, sir, come in. I'll ask the good doctor if he's going to see you.
So,
With
yes.
that, Sally and I are gonna head towards the butcher's. I mean, we're gonna look like we're heading towards the inn, but you know, once we're out of sight, we're gonna head to the butcher.
All right. Leopold, are you coming inside with
Yes.
Vincent? All right.
Yes.
You two come inside while you guys walk towards the butcher's. Very well. You approach the Fleischer's shop. It's essentially it looks like almost every other hovel here. This one is maybe it looks a bit better because you know butter is always a bit richer than everyone else. It of course also smells very strongly of raw meat. But yeah, you approach the butcher, and what are you going to do?
So I guess I'm gonna go into the shop, right? And Sally's gonna run around back and try to break in. Sally?
Yeah, just I'll wait to hear the door open.
Okay. And then
He comes
basically,
from out of the back of the shop.
Lucas is going to just essentially BS around and eventually probably buy something, you know, cheap, but using the silver from the guy, of course, if he can. But he's basically going to ask lots and lots of meat and meat-related accessory questions.
Very well. Okay.
Knowing Lucas, having been raised the way he was, would have some idea of kind of questions he can ask that will take lots of explanation. Yeah. I mean, obviously he was not a butcher, but he, grew up killing animals and living in Talbot land, and he's not a stranger to, asking about cutting meat up and filleting and et cetera, et cetera.
Sure, of course. You enter the front while Sally makes his way to the back. As you enter the front, you can see that there's a counter, and behind the counter is like this large piece of cloth that separates, the back room from the front room. And of course, as you enter, there's this small bell, like ding, 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 and a man emerges from the back. You presume that this is Herr Fleischer. He has a cleaver, stuck behind his belt. He's got an apron, of course. You see that he's a surly, probably taciturn man, sometime in his 30s. He's not smiling, and he probably even can't smile. He's got this really eternal scowl on his face. Hello, I'm Herr Fleischer. How may I help you this fine day?
Yes, I've been on the road a while, and oh man, I could use some good meat. Opposed to the god awful rations I've been subsisting on for a while. And then he's gonna launch into a long ramble about being from Talbot land and missing how much he misses Talbot land sausage, and question along that route to see if he's got any.
Do you have fast talk?
Do I have fast talk?
Yes, because you're trying to fast talk this man.
All of this is rich with undertones.
Yeah, I know. No, I do not have.
You want his meat?
Yeah.
That Talbot land meat, just can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
No, I don't have fast talk. I'm really just trying to ramble and yank.
So roll me half a fellowship.
Oh, this is going to be real fun.
Oh yeah, it is.
my fellowship is tiny.
Don't botch, otherwise he might pick up on it and
Use a luck if you have to.
No, I failed.
Okay.
Oh yeah, don't use a luck. You're not going to pass it.
He essentially says, "Look, are you buying or not?"
I'm trying to figure out if you have anything I want to buy.
Yes, I have meat in my shop. I'm a butcher.
Do you have any Talbot sausage, Talbot land style sausage?
Are we in Talbot land?
I don't know. I don't know where this godforsaken town is.
No, we are not.
I think we're in Reichland.
No, it's actually Midland. It's the outskirts. It's on the outskirts of Midland, right next to the Reichland border.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you're on the wrong side of the river, Reich. Look, I can give you. I have some nice smoked sausages with onions and peppers. They should be very good, and they are almost like Talbot land sausages, whatever the hell this tastes. Are you interested?
Yeah, how much are they?
I will sell you 10 of them for...
I can't hardly hear you. It sounded like you...
Oh, sorry. I will sell you 10 of them for 10 pennies.
What would you recommend to... What other would you recommend to eat with these sausages?
He looks at you with this seriously fuck you kind of look.
It's sausage pairing is what he's asking.
You know what?
Exactly.
What two sausages go good together?
You
a
know,
Talbot land and a
That's
Midland
code
land?
right there.
Yeah. Yeah, if you touch the tips, it's gay. Yes,
Thinks you're hitting on him now.
yeah, and he's
No
got
eye contact.
and he's got the color handkerchief
sweat.
emerging from his pants from the back pocket.
It's a good thing Lucas doesn't give a shit that he's looking at me like that.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I usually eat them with bread.
No, I guess you don't sell any bread.
No, I don't. I'm a fucking butcher, not a baker.
Where's the candlestick maker?
Well, do you have any fish? Had any fish in a long time,
Butcher. I deal
Actually,
with meat.
As a side note, here in the U.S., we don't fucking have butchers. I have no idea, other than meat, what a fucking butcher carries. We buy it all.
You don't have butchers?
That's weird.
I mean, there's.
No,
yeah,
that's common here for sure. They're
Yeah.
usually
Yeah,
inside.
I mean, there's one. Even in Northern Virginia, there is one that's. I mean, it's like maybe 20 minutes away, but they have a whole big seafood section. It is essentially the meat and seafood section at a grocery store, just in its own little store.
Okay.
You're actually telling them about Talbot Land. So like actually in Talbot Land we have a blah blah
We
blah.
sell fish.
You see that this man is beginning to get really irritated with you.
I don't care. I'm gonna keep rambling.
Sir, unless you're going to buy something, I would like you to exit the premises of my shop.
I will take 5 of the sausage. Do you have any venison though?
No, I don't. I've just run out.
Lucas is gonna hand him 5 pennies for the sausage.
Uh,
Then he's gonna keep asking about more meats.
he goes to the back behind the curtain. He returns with 5 big fat sausages. He hands you the big 5 sausages, and then he, as you are speaking, he just turns around and returns to the other side of the curtain.
Okay, well, does he have anything on display?
No, he doesn't.
No, he actually does. Okay, because again,
Sharpened knives at butchers.
Oh, by the way, Sally, as you were making your way to the back, you see that there is no back entrance, unfortunately.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well, we got some sausages, right?
yeah. Okay, well, I'm assuming at some point Sally's gonna come in to get me then.
Well, you are standing in the shop.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna keep standing there.
Okay.
Keep trying to talk to him until Sally comes and gets me.
He ignores you. He's you don't
That's
even
fine.
know if he's listening to you anymore.
That's fine. I'm not trying to see if he's actually listening to me. I'm more just trying to keep him from going into the back of his house. But then again, like I said, since there was no back entrance, I'm assuming Sally's gonna come around. Yeah.
Yeah, Sally, are you coming back to fetch and Lucas?
Yeah, when I walk in, I'm gonna act like I'm not with Lucas though, like I'm there on my own.
Okay. Sally enters and he doesn't look at you.
In that case, I'm gonna take that to mean he doesn't want to be seen with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit.
All right, you go ahead and exit.
That was our only chance, really, done.
Sally, are you also exiting or are you buying something?
Do you happen to have any moot sausage?
No, I thought this was the post office. I'm sorry.
Wait, these are not the barracks of the Reichsguard Knights? What? Okay, after that, I presume you exit Fleischer's shop with Andy. Meanwhile, Vincent and Leopold, you are brought inside the house, and true to Aloysius' ostentatious style, this house is indeed very ostentatious. There are many paintings lining the wall. Most of them are either religious in topic or hunt based. Dogs chasing quarry, people with bows, spears, and long guns. Hunting wolves. Well, actually, no, not wolves because we were in Mindenheim. Hunting bears and boar. Other than that, there's a very pretentious, bust of Aloysius right next to the door. It's actually pretty realistic, but then again, it's also very, like I said, pretentious. He has this absurd noble smirk on his face. on this bust. And the sculptor tried to make him a little bit thinner than he is in real life, because this man is rather large. There's there are stairs leading to the first floor, and that's where Aloysius went. You are essentially, well, not guarded, but you are attended by 2 servants of Pfeifeldorf, who stand politely to the side, and they don't talk to you, but they watch you, just, well, mainly because you do look like trouble, let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
A few minutes later, Aloysius returns with Dr. Reifenen. Good news! The doctor will see you! Well, hello, says Dr. Reifenen. Nice to meet your acquaintance. I don't think we've introduced ourselves to each other properly. I'm Dr. Reifenen. I've heard that there's someone here who needs my help.
Yes, that would be me, Herr Doctor.
Well, excellent, very well. What ails you?
I suffered a terrible accident before we met up with Herr Fallenberg, or whatever his name is. Fallenbrand. I want to say Falkenberg. Fallenbrand. And it seems to be causing me trouble walking. I'm not as nimble as I used to be.
I see. Well, then, Aloysius, would you lend us a room so I can help this man here? Of course, Herr Doctor. Right this way. And he points to one of the side rooms, leading from the hall. Please follow me, he says to you, Leopold.
Mhm.
And he takes you to the room. Vincent, what are you doing in the meanwhile?
Sorry.
It's not very good. Sorry. Go ahead.
I guess if he's going, if you two are going to be in the room by yourself. I guess the father kind of left us to the servants.
Well, no, the father actually stays outside, and
Okay.
he waits for them to emerge from the room after the treatment.
Sorry.
No worries.
I guess I'll start a conversation with Sir Pfeifeldorf about the I don't know, the paintings on the wall and the canny likeness of the busts.
Are you saying that in a respectful manner, or are you, taking the piss? Okay. Well,
yeah,
so
I'm using the etiquette, which I learned so long ago, to try to have a polite and cordial discussion, try to build kind of a relationship.
all right. In that case, you are asking him about the stuff. He says, "Oh, well, yeah, I've commissioned this paintings in Altdorf, from a very famous painter, Lorenzo Machiavelli. Yes, he's Italian. You see, he's a famous Italian painter. He apparently studied the arts of Leonardo da Miragliano himself. Yes." And it is actually he who sculpted my uncanny resemblance. You must agree. I do look good.
Yes, very much so.
Yes.
The Chileans are excellent artisans.
Oh, they are the best. Italians are the best. There are no better artists than they are, and their cuisine, the pasta, pizza. By the way, pizza was during Renaissance times in Europe, just so you know. It's all legit.
Okay.
Yeah, it was even earlier. It was in ancient Rome already. Not, of course, like modern pizza, but they didn't have pineapple. But yeah.
Don't know what they were missing.
Oh yeah, Hawaiian for everyone. But yes. Well, I must say, the one thing I don't really like, actually I'm not really fond of, is their architecture. I think our imperial architecture is much like much more grandeur, you know, grander, much more epic, so to speak. You know, you look at an imperial palace, or even at an imperial house, and you can see that this is majesty. Wouldn't you agree, young sir?
Very much so, with with an era of utility.
Yes.
You do not quite find in the Chilean architecture. I don't know anything about Chilean architecture.
Yeah. Essentially, he begins to just rant about his paintings, and it's seriously the most boring stuff you've ever heard. It's like horrendous. You know, he details he explains every single painting in the smallest detail. You know, even to the color of hunting dogs' fur. And the stripes on their backs or stuff. Well, not stripes, but like spots, you know.
Do you have a library?
Well, I mean, I have a small collection of books, but I haven't yet brought all of my collection from Altdorf. But yes, I do have a small library. Yes, indeed.
So you're originally from Altdorf. Very much like
yes, I am. I am an Altdorfer at heart. You know, every day I saw the Palace of the Emperor and the Grand Cathedral of Sigmar. Yes, but I've decided to return here. My wife likes it here. You know, she says that the air is good for her, and I love my wife very much. So of course I've decided to take my daughter and return here.
Yes. I couldn't help but overhear the scuffle this morning. Is everything all right?
Oh, my son. He's a disappointment, unfortunately, Leopold. He was always very unruly, always thinking only about himself. He never was interested in making money. Or making sure that our family will be remembered for something. Well, he's my son, but at the same time, I've decided to let him do his own things.
He's certainly passionate about the well-being of his sister. It's a shame that
he
has
shouldn't
fallen
be worried about that. His sister is in the best possible hands. Dr. Reifenen is Empire's. He's a well-known physician in the Hall of the Empire. He will help her, I'm sure.
And I will, of course, say the prayer to Shalaya in her stead.
Father, you suddenly hear a voice coming from upstairs, and you see that Richard Thalberg is coming down. And yes, this time his shirt is indeed button open. You can see his lustrous chest hair coming from emerging from inside. You didn't told me we have visitors. Oh, Richard, welcome. You've never met her. What's your name again?
Vincent.
Her Vincent. I've hired him and his friends to help me get back to Hohlesbruck. You see that Richard, even though he's like in civilian clothing, so to speak, he still has his pistols on him. He looks at you, he smiles with this like 10,000 gold crown, smile. Well,
and I do a very reverent bow, as you would to royalty or nobility.
Oh no! Please don't bow. He says. Please, I'm Richard Thalberg. Nice to meet you. And he, offers you his hand to shake, of course.
I'll shake his hand, and
the man has a firm shake. He's essentially just like I know it sounds funny in this game, but he's like a poster boy for recruitment to the army.
Yeah.
He shakes your hand firmly, but not too strong. Well, I'm very glad that you've managed to bring my father-in-law back safe in one piece to the village. Thank you, sir, and your friends too. Why are you visiting us, if I may ask? What do we owe the honor to?
A compatriot of mine is seeing the doctor, and your
Doctor?
father so graciously invited us in to see him.
Dr. Reifenen. Oh, he's the best. He's the best. He will help Alexa in no time. The poor thing, she's just tired. I've been told, not enough sleep, not enough good food, but soon she'll be on her feet, and well, we'll marry then, and we'll be very, very happy. One big happy family, right, Father? Of course, Richard. Of course, he says, and he embraces him with one hand. Yeah, it's like a patchwork family or something. Essentially, they continue their small talk, or rather, Ricard continues their small talk while Aloysius, excuses himself and retreats. Meanwhile, Leopold,
Yes.
you've been brought with her doctor to a small room, which is some kind of, reading room maybe, or maybe just a fancy room, because there are a few shelves, with books on them, a few tables by the window, standing on the other side of a small table, and there's also a very small, shallow couch. Doctor tells you to take off your pants and sit on the couch.
Okay.
Just pray that
Try
it's
not
not.
to get any skid marks on the couch.
Yeah, it's casting couch, by the way.
This is how everybody gets their first part. Trust me.
So you do anything to become part of our RPG group, right?
Yes.
He looks at the leg. Nasty stuff. How did you earn that wound, sir, if I may ask?
In the sewers of Marienburg.
Oh, probably some nasty creature, no doubt.
Yes.
Very well, I have something that will help you. From what I've understood, you've helped Aloysius get...
Jason just said his internet died. I'm not sure if he's still on the call.
Well, he's still on roll 20, but he's not on Skype. We'll be...
Yeah, he said he's resetting his internet.
Okay, we'll be ending soon anyway.
He just maybe I'll try to keep some more notes because he was taking the notes. That's the real problem, I think.
Okay, so you can make a few extra notes if you wish.
Okay.
From what I've understood, you've helped Aloysius get here in one piece. I like this family very much, so I'm not going to charge you anything for the treatment. Just so you know.
Suddenly, Leopold shouts, "Woohoo!" so that everybody in town can hear him.
Yeah. He essentially, begins to... He opens his bag, he begins to take out some jars, some vials, stuff like that, a roll of bandage.
Okay. Leopold, I'm looking at it to see if I can see any labels or...
There are labels, but they are written... They are covered in a very small writing, and you can't really read it very well.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
I need my glasses. So I said yes. We were happy to help Herr Fallenbrand.
Yes.
What brought you to Hohlesbruck? It's a man of your learning and expertise. It seems like an odd place to find such a learned doctor.
Oh, I travel a lot actually. I was actually traveling from the village of Eldaxen. I am making my way south towards Naun and later Averheim. Well, I have a few relatives there. Is that the word? Yeah.
Yeah, relatives.
Yeah, relatives.
Relatives there. Yeah. And well, unfortunately, sir, I do need to eat, and people in the north don't really have the coin to pay for my services. So I need to make my way south. But I do plan to help mostly those who fought during the war and then return home. So I'm not all without a heart, he says. Very well. This bomb should help you. And he unscrews a jar full of like some kind of sticky goo, and he just begins to massage the goo into your leg,
Into my thigh.
into your thigh, yes, into your vein.
Okay. So I go, ooh, ah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty pleasant. It smells very strongly, but then again, most medicine in the old world does. Let's be honest. After after a few rubs, you can feel that your leg is like ailing much less. Then he applies the bandage. He covers your leg tightly with a bandage. Don't wash yourself for at least a week.
Okay, not a problem.
Yes. Make sure not to remove the bandage. It will help, but I would advise you seeking some kind of professional help from a chirurgeon, perhaps. I'm unfortunately myself not one.
Yes.
But
thank you
if
for
you
that.
are traveling to Altdorf, you will find plenty of specialists there.
Yes, it's quite fortuitous that you were happening through town when Fräulein Alexa became ill.
Oh yes, very fortuitous indeed. Well, that said, when I've heard about it, I've decided that I must help.
Yeah.
Such a pretty young girl, full of life, and she'll be marrying soon. So naturally, I had to help this family.
What is her affliction?
Oh well, she's just as funny as that would might sound to you. She's malnourished. I've met with this kind of problem before, especially when it comes to young women. They don't eat a lot. They don't treat themselves well because they are afraid that they will be fat and they won't find a husband. But it's all just nonsense. I mean, between you and me, full-bodied women, thick women, are where it's at.
Yes.
Yes.
Baby got back.
Yes. You hug one and
fun,
you hug one and cover yourself with the other. Am I right?
Yes. Oh, I also heard that it looks like it says Verhoren. Girl.
Verloren.
Verloven.
No, Verloren, not Verloren.
Verloren girl was ill. Have you been to see her?
Fräulein Esther, no. Well, I mean, I've heard that she was sick, but it was some time ago, and she recovered, fortunately.
Oh, okay.
I can't work miracles for those who already recovered. I can only treat those who are sick, like young Alexa or yourself. Well, anyway, I really need to go back to her and make sure that she's eating properly and that she's taking her medicine. Like I've said, this one's on the house, and mate, serve you well, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Sigmar's blessing be upon you.
Yes, quite, thank you. Let me walk you to the door.
Thank you.
He walks you to the door.
Pants on.
Yeah,
I put my pants on first.
you put your pants on. You still have -1 movement, but you do feel better.
Okay.
Vincent, you see that Leopold and good doctor emerge from the room, and they are, they're making their way to you. Well, good news, your friend will soon feel better, but like I've said, he should probably visit a professional surgeon. He talks to you, Vincent. When you get to Altdorf, you should probably seek one out.
Yes.
That's my advice for you. Now, if you excuse me, I need to go back to my charge. Have a safe day, and blessings of the gods be with you. He bows and then goes upstairs. Meanwhile, the servants politely but firmly point at the door.
Yeah. I don't know what Vincent would have said, but he's not here, so.
Yeah.
Unless he's back. But he's not back on Roll20.
He's not back.
I probably have to go in the next 15 minutes or so, because it is getting late here since we did have our...
we are finishing now. Just one more thing. Sean, roll me -30 toughness.
Uh-oh. Poisoned! Well, I found out one way or another. Sorry, I gotta get back to my character sheet.
You didn't found anything. I just asked you to make me a toughness check.
Yeah. Alright, -30, eh? Good old 17 is what I need to beat.
Oh, Jason is back.
Zoinks!
I'm back.
Oh, nope. Didn't make it.
Cool. Jay, we're just finishing. Doctor took out Leopold outside, and the servants ushered you outside. You want to spend luck on that, Sean?
We got thrown out?
No, we didn't get thrown out. No, everything went fine.
Politely asked to leave.
After he did his stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got some information and.
Sorry. One more thing, Sean. No luck.
The only reason I'm not sure I want to re-roll it is because I really don't want to botch.
Okay.
But
and you would still need a 17.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with not botching and just keep it.
Okay.
Because I'm not feeling it that I can make a 17 without doing something bad.
No worries. Sure.
Yeah.
So you guys emerge from the Verloren Manor. Sorry, Pfeifeldorf house. Verloren Manor is uphill.
Wait a minute.
Vincent was talking military tact with.
I got a question for you. I didn't take into account. I wouldn't have made it anyway. I'm 1 point away, but I also have resist disease.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's +5, I think.
Plus 10.
+10. Minus.
I would have missed it by 1.
Yeah, you would have missed it by 1.
Okay.
Unless you used a luck.
Yes, but you need to declare that before. Yeah.
No. I definitely didn't. Okay, so tell you what. So that means I need a 27.
Yeah.
So I will try again one more time.
So you are spending your luck and you are trying one more time. No worries.
Oh, there's my toughness. I just rolled it. I don't know why I couldn't find it. Nope. I wouldn't have passed it normally. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So where are you meeting with your friends? At the Hartman's
I'm assuming back at the inn.
Okay.
As place of meeting.
You return to the inn. I guess that Lucas and Sally are already inside, sitting at the table.
Having some sausage cooked up for us.
Yes. You are okay. You are like eating the sausage that you bought, right?
Yeah. I've had them cook it up for us.
Okay.
Not eating it raw. I'm an animal.
Okay. Both of you, please roll -30 toughness test.
Oh wow, do we get poisoned?
Wait, what's this?
I think there's something wrong with the sausages. -30?
Yep.
I'd had to roll 3 or less.
Yep.
Are we all rolling this?
No, only those who are eating the sausage.
I mean, you want to eat you want a sausage?
Yeah.
I would probably partake in that.
So you also roll.
What?
Leopold, you don't need to roll.
Okay. Because I've already been poisoned.
All right, so let's see here. And we are rolling which?
I think this confirms our suspicion if we get poisoned.
Minus 30 toughness. Everyone except Leopold. You can use lag, by the way. Andrew and Brian, if you wish so.
Yeah,
I would have to roll a 30.
At best, I would have needed. It would have made it still really hard.
Okay.
I'll use a luck because I got.
Well, that toughness.
I'm trying to think. I might have some other toughness related attributes.
Yeah, I just had the resist disease, so I figured that was.
So, Brian, no luck for you, right?
Sick. We're making a little trip to that butcher.
No, you don't know anything. Everything's legit.
Or he's just doing this to mess with us.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I still think we should shove his hand in a sausage grinder.
No, Jason didn't pass. Sorry, one more time. Brian and Andrew. No luck, roll?
No, I don't want to botch it.
Okay.
Well, it's the end of the session. I'll go
Yeah,
ahead.
sorry. If it's any consolation, it doesn't matter if you botch.
In that case, I might as well.
Not really. Okay.
No.
Okay. The sausages are very tasty, very chewy. They're very good.
Are they gonna taste as good coming back up as they did going down?
They're not coming out that end.
Yeah. They are very good. So anyway, you are sitting.
Spicy in, spicy out.
Yeah, you are sitting at the table.
Swamp all over again.
Oh, by the way, you had to pay a single penny for the innkeeper, to cook the sausages for you.
Okay.
So I don't know who's buying, but it's.
The guy that gave me the silver to buy the beer is paying for it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, just as I paid for the the sausages out of that silver too. So.
Mhm. Sure thing. Okay. So we'll be ending in 5 minutes. But for those 5 minutes, you can discuss stuff, if you wish. Sorry. One more thing. Leopold is smelling very strongly from the nether regions.
I think. Yeah, I think we'll just fill him in on the fact that
gross.
There's no back door to the no back door to the butcher's house, and that he's an asshole.
Okay.
Oh, me or the butcher?
That talking about assholes, back doors, filling in sausages, pumping other people. Sorry.
And apparently the butcher's sausage doesn't go well next to Lucas's sausage.
Okay.
Well, anyway, so I just inform everybody about my conversation with the doctor about how he's making his way south from Altdorf to Averland somewhere, and that he that he likes Aloysius and wanted to help him, and he just happened to be traveling through town, and he apparently has not seen the Esther, the noble's daughter. So curious as to why he went to the guy's house that night. And for some odd reason, he didn't charge me, which seems weird for a doctor not to charge, since we've had so many encounters with doctors who charge a lot.
So he never saw the sick?
No, he told me that she was already healed. You know, that whatever disease she had already run its course, and so there was nothing to cure. The noble daughter, Verloven or Verloren.
Verloren.
Yeah. Paul Verhoeven. So yeah. So that's all I got. And you're saying that the you couldn't get into the back of the butcher shop because there is no back door. Got it.
Right.
So and even though I know that I rolled a toughness test, I don't feel sick or anything.
No, you guys don't feel sick. You guys don't feel anything strange at all. Just so you know.
Okay. Shit. All right. So that's what we got. So I don't know what you guys think. Maybe. Oh, and well, Vincent spoke with Golden Boy and was charmed by him.
Who wouldn't be?
Yes. So I guess that leaves us pretty much no better than when we started, eh?
Sounds
I
like
do
it.
have resistance to poison, Michael. I'm not sure if it's relevant.
You've rolled to poison or to disease?
Poison.
No.
Okay. Oh, he's one of those butchers. Damn it.
The Butcher of Nurgle.
What?
Anyway.
I don't know the word.
Yes. Doesn't exist.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss for what to do now other than to start killing people, but that's what I always want to do, so.
I mean, I think at this point, I don't know.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So he just told me that the girl is malnourished, that's what's causing her sickness. That she's essentially trying to lose weight to fit into her wedding dress, kind of thing. That she's just her vanity. She's trying to cut weight.
And so I could be getting people confused, but there's another daughter from the Valorn Manor.
Yes. That was the one that what's his face was originally engaged to, but once she got whatever her horrible disease was, he didn't want any part of that, and then he started chatting up the Fallbrand girl.
And that's why the doctor was visiting up there.
No, well, that's just it. He denied seeing the other daughter at all.
I think we need to track down the Bretonian next.
Yeah.
Because he seemed to be hinting at things.
Right.
Like he already knows, so.
Yeah. Well, and also probably our next stop is the manor house anyway, because we need to figure out what's going on up there.
Yeah.
Although what that has directly to do with it, I mean, I think it's still part and parcel that we think that, Leopold thinks that somebody is poisoning her, and it would make sense that the nobles are pissed off at her for taking their dude.
And well, also clearly the Bretonian guy suspects the doctor of something if we know he was following him too. So
yeah,
I think we go search him out next.
Mm.
Okay, so you have some kind of plan, and we'll end it.
Not that we'll remember in 2 weeks, but
yeah,
we've got one.
Oh, that's what the notes are for, and the recordings. Anyway, that's it for today. Since it was a very good session, I'm going to award every single one of you 100 points.
Ooh.
Yeah, 100 points. Sounds good. Now, let's see.
Of course, the disease is one of those diseases like from D&D where you lose experience points. So
I didn't knew that they had this kind of disease. That you
I don't know. Like I know, like there's like vampiric gaze and stuff. I haven't played D&D since AD&D Second Edition.
Okay.
Yeah, I
God
was gonna
knows
say.
what it is now. Used to be that there were things that could, like vampires and stuff, could take away your XP.
Oh, funny that. I've also played AD&D, I think, Second Edition. My first RPG ever, in fact. Back in primary school.
Say second edition. That's newfangled stuff.
Well, yeah. Guys, what about 7th of April?
I think I should be able to do that. Hold on, I put my phone in. Let me go to the other room. My phone was starting to die, so I had to charge it.
Currently, I'm good. I haven't got both of my kids are in soccer for this season. I haven't gotten that game schedule yet.
Okay.
That's the first weekend it starts. But I think the first weekend all the games are on Saturdays.
Okay. Because later on it will be hard for me as I'm not in town on 14th and only I'll be able to play on 21st then. But
Okay, yeah, I'll let you know if for some reason.
Okay.
But for me, so far, it looks good.
Okay, so yeah, sorry.
I think I should be able to do the 7th. My daughter's birthday is the next day, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, Jason and Sean? Brian, sorry. Jason, Brian.
Yeah.
I think it's good for me.
Okay.
It should be. It is at the moment.
Okay. So for the moment, let's say that 7th it is.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. So, write me if you want something. Or if you just want to, I don't know, talk because you don't have anyone else to talk to. Or just, to insult me because I actually like that. Nah, just kidding. No, but seriously, if you have any questions, rules-wise, character-wise, stuff like that, then don't hesitate. And I'll see you all on 7th of April.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you for the game.
Sounds good.
Well,
Good game.
See you later.
Yep.
Bye, guys.